Happy 13th. And a very happy September.
Hello. Hello, hello. It is so good to see all of you. How's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing really, really, really well. Um, Sorry, I was a bit late. There was a little package that Scott took for me, and then I wanted to open it because I'm expecting Sims merch. So I was like, I need to see if it's the Sims merch, but it wasn't the Sims merch. So then I had to accept it. um, but hi, it is so good to see all of you. I hope you're all doing really, really well today. Let me scroll down to see who got first crew. I see Mama Sim, I see Hollow, I see Esther, I see Squeaks, and I saw them going so fast that you outran Twitch again. I think. Because one of them didn't register. Mama Sim, Molly, Hollow, Esther, and Squeaks. That's 5. You guys keep being faster than Twitch. Twitch is... You confuse Twitch. I love it. But hi, let me say hello to all of you. Wait. Scroll, bro. Scroll to the right person. Molly, welcome in. Esther, welcome in. Thank you so much for the 13 months. I've sneakily already added you to the subboard. I'll show you in a second, but thank you so, so much. I appreciate that a ton. Thank you. Jellyfish, welcome in. Mama Sim, of course, welcome in. And thanks for cheering me on. Esther, welcome in. Tommy Ann, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. Squeaks, welcome in. Laura, welcome in. Evie, welcome in. Camilla, welcome in. Nintendo, welcome in. Homesurf, welcome in. Finn, welcome in. Ava, welcome in. Squeaks, thanks so much for cheering me on. Ava, thanks for cheering me on. Kat, welcome in. Lily, welcome in. Sasha, welcome in. Lily, thanks for cheering me on. Bailey, welcome in. Sage, welcome in. Sasha, thanks for cheering me on. Micah, welcome in. Pixie, welcome in. Pixie, thanks for cheering me on. Teal, welcome in. Chris, welcome in. Crafty Simmer, welcome in. Chris, thank you so much for cheering me on as well. Nymphiliora, welcome in. Haxie, welcome in. Cobblestone, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Angel Vincent, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Let me scroll up to make sure that I didn't miss anyone. Daniel, welcome in. Tommy Ann, thank you so much for cheering me on. I appreciate it. Let's see. I think I said hi to everyone. If I didn't say hi to you, and I was supposed to, please do scream at me in chat, because then I can say hello to you. Or water your plants. Then I always see it as well. That's basically what I read from. Starship, welcome in. It's good to see you. I basically always read all the hellos from the water the plants. So like, if you're ever curious, that's my list, you know. But it is so good to see. How is everyone doing today? How's all of your Mondays been? Mine has been shit. But also, I'm happy because I got something new. So that like helped me because I like new stuff. And I wonder if you guys can guess what the new stuff is. I wonder if you guys can see it. Yes, oh my god, it's The Sims 10th birthday today. I feel like it is so appropriate. We're gonna build a pie for The Sims. Or a pie-inspired build, I guess. Can you guys believe The Sims 4 is 10 years old? A kitten on the left of your screen. No, that's been there at all times. And if you saw Toots, that's all. She's just walking around. It's really hot. I know. I'm sweating. HelloFresh box came and always makes me happy. Let's go. That's nice. That's good. My HelloFresh box also came today. That also makes me happy. But I'm sorry to hear that you've also had a shit day. A new camera. I'm guessing a new camera because it's looking sharp. Kathy, welcome in. It's good to see you. Also, Daniela, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Desi, welcome in. It's good to see you. Sims hat on the... No, I've always had that one. It used to be above my desk on the shelf, but I moved it. I thought it was a new camera too. Caps lock, it's okay. I love it. Okay, but you guys are actually not that far off. I didn't get a new camera. I got a new lens for my camera, which I've been wanting to get for forever. Because this is the best lens that you could get on the market. Like, quite literally, if you research good lenses for filming, this is the one. We're not more zoomed in. It's the exact same as it was before. Maybe like a teeny tiny bit because the lens is like a little bit closer. I think it feels closer because there's more field of depth. So I'm sharper and the background is more blurred. Because the background is blurred, but not in an uncomfortable way. It looks so professional. Thank you. Yeah, it kind of gives like 4K vibes, you know? Even though it's not 4K, it's still 1080p. Hi, Lauren. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. You need to learn how to type with nails. Yeah. But I feel the struggle and it's rough. Thanks for cheering me on. Thank you. Thank you. But this lens is like really good in low light. Because it's like a highly light sensitive lens. So I didn't even turn on my lights. I wanted to show you guys what this lens can do if I close my blinds, which basically means that I'm gonna make it like fully dark. Hi. My cat is here to welcome you guys in. You came at a really good time. Hello, it is so good to see all of you. How's everyone doing? Thank you so much, Kayla, for the raid. Welcome in, Eggs. I hope you're all having a good day. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for all those follows as well. Hi. This is always slightly overwhelming because there's no way I can read my chat now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a ton. I hope you had a lovely stream. I saw you were building in The Sims and you played some Fields of Mystria. I have been so tempted to play this game. It's unhealthy because I don't have time for a new obsession. But welcome in. It is so nice to meet all of you. I hope you're all doing really, really well. It is so good. I keep hearing that from people. I keep hearing from people that I need to play it. Thank you for that shout out. If anyone from my side doesn't know Kayla yet, please make sure to go drop your bum on the follow button that is floating above chat right now. We'll have some whispers for, or like follow alerts for a while, I guess. My cat loves you guys. I think my cat is very happy that you are here. She's a very silly orange girl who loves to get attention from chat. So there is also cat hair everywhere now. We are also matching. Let me quickly actually introduce myself because now that there's so many of you here. Hi, my name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. I'm from the Netherlands. I have ADHD. On this channel, I do co-working as well as gameplay. When we do gameplay, it is mostly The Sims 4 with a sprinkle of variety. Today, we will be building a lemon meringue inspired cake dollhouse build because I'm participating in the Builders Games, which is like a Sims competition for like made by Simmers for Simmers, I guess. And this is actually our final week, so I'm very excited. That's the follower sound, but at this point, I'm kind of wondering if we should like turn it off for a second because it's gonna get intense, I guess. So we'll just do that, and then I will hear it, but you guys won't if all is well. But thank you all so much for all of those follows. That is literally so sweet. I might be a little bit all over the place because chat is moving really fast. But if you guys want to hang out today, I literally just started stream. I was just yapping about how I got a new lens for my camera, and that's why we're looking extra sharp today. And I think my cat is here to show off that we're extra sharp today. Although she is not in focus and it just looks extra silly. And I'm here for it. Also, I see so many people saying that you guys have ADHD too. We are a very neurospicy group of people here. We have a bunch of neurospicy people in chat and we talk about it a lot as well. It is one of those things that is very important to me to have like an open conversation about. So yeah. Welcome in. I hope you're all doing well. Also for anyone, but specifically you, Kayla, if you're still here, if you need to go raid and run or raid and rest, please make sure to do so because self-care is very sexy. We always say that it is very sexy to practice self-care. So if you need to go stretch your legs, hydrate, take a sip, anything, please make sure to do so. Excited to hear you do co-working streams. Yes, I do that. I try to do them about 2 to 3 times a week. Some weeks even 4. It depends a little bit on my job and like what it allows me to do in that week. And I always do them on like Dutch time zones. So that's CEST from like 1 in the afternoon till 5. So usually we go for like 4 hours. But welcome in. I hope you're all doing really well. I also have ADHD. Your whole family is on the spectrum. Yeah, I also have quite a spicy family. We tend to travel in packs, don't we? No, there's a shortage. That sucks. I've never tried meds, but I'm actually in a process of maybe wanting to try them. because I've been struggling lately and it's not in a good place. So I'm sorry to hear that there's a shortage. That really sucks. I hope she's resting. I hope so too. I hope so too. Camilla loves to be in co-working streams. We're currently trying to break 400 tasks finished. Oh, sorry, Lena. Yeah, I quickly turned off the sound alerts because of all the follows, and it was a little bit overwhelming. Katie, thank you so much for that 9-month resub. Thank you, thank you. That's a Twitch baby. I appreciate that a ton. Please enjoy all of the subby perks for a whole month more. Because I was busy with part-time job and life. It happens. It happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. Let's see. Always dang shortage. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a recurring problem, isn't it? Also, if I miss anyone saying anything in chat, I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best to keep up, but it's always a little bit intense when there's so many people. So if there's really something that I'm missing that you want to share with me, please do feel free to repeat it. Also, Lena, welcome in. It's good to see you. Currently doing your pack legacy. No way. Have so much fun with it. I'm so glad so many people are playing the pack legacy. That is literally such an honor. It is the Sims 10-year anniversary. Can you guys believe it that it's been 10 years since we got The Sims 4? To me, that's just, I don't even remember what I was doing 10 years ago in my life. I wasn't playing The Sims 4, I know that much. I only started playing in 2019, actually, which was quite late. For one of my diabetic meds, so pain getting that one. Ooh, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to anyone out there who's dealing with, like, health or mental health issues, and there's, like, a shortage of, one, healthcare people to take care of you and, like, help you out, but also on the medication side. It really sucks. But yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that so many of you are dealing with that. 4K plus hours? That's a lot of hours. I love that. I see a lot of simmers in chat, and I'm proud. I'm proud. By the way, this might be a really good time to quickly just mention for anyone, if you're a simmer and you're gonna be at TwitchCon San Diego, I'm actually hosting a little simmer meetup, and it's not just for people that, like, stream The Sims or create content. It's basically for anyone that enjoys The Sims. And The Sims is very kindly sponsoring a little goodie giveaway. So I'll have a bunch of, like, Sims merchandise things that I'm going to be able to give away during the meetup. So if you're going to be at TwitchCon San Diego, let me actually pull up the times so I don't, like, tell you guys anything that isn't true, because that would be a little bit silly now, wouldn't it? It will be on Friday from 1 p.m. to 1:30 local time, so San Diego time, in front of Community Meetup 1. And also, yes, little heads up, we do have an H chat here. I'm so sorry, I see my mods, like, helping out a lot. We do have H chat, so if you are if you're here hanging out, please don't share any information that could give away, like, how old you are or anything. We're mostly doing that to protect anyone that is, like, in a more vulnerable position of being a bit younger. We don't want anyone in chat reading that and then potentially taking, like, advantage of that. So we're just trying to keep everyone safe. That's okay. No worries, Large Art. No worries. It's completely fine. Yeah, San Diego is far away from Germany. I'm traveling from the Netherlands, so that's closer to Germany than it is to San Diego. It's my second time going to the States. I'm gonna enjoy it, I think. I'm excited. I love that you and your cat are twinning with hair. Yeah, it's not even a joke that my hair is unfortunately not natural. I really wish it was a natural color. But when I went to the hairdresser to get my hair dyed, I very much showed her a picture of my cat. And I was like, this is the color I want. Thank you very much. Have you been to the States before? Yes, I traveled to the States last year. I went to TwitchCon in Vegas, which was definitely an experience. I'm going to tell you, first time US being Vegas is definitely something. For anyone who's ever been to Vegas, I feel like it is a caricature of the US. It's like everything is even bigger. Everything's even wilder. So it was definitely something. Luckily, I'm very glad that I didn't only see Vegas. After that, I traveled to see some friends that live in Wisconsin, and then they drove us to Chicago. My partner actually flew over to the friends in Wisconsin already, so he was there while I was in Vegas, And then I joined him later, which is kind of like a weird combination. Every time I told people at the con, I was like, oh yeah, after this, I'm actually going to go to Chicago and Madison. And they were like, what? That's a weird combo. Like, why Vegas? And like, that's a weird distance. But we just went to visit some friends who actually used to live in the Netherlands, but they moved to the States. So we went to see them. And it was actually really nice because I got to see Wisconsin and like Midwest area in fall, which I was so inspired to build in The Sims when I got home. I was like, there's so many houses that I've also always associated, like that type of house. I've always associated it with The Sims, but I'd never really seen any of those builds or like suburbs IRL because we don't really have them here. And then they had like all the beautiful fall colors and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is so pretty. So pretty. Why would you move to the States? For a job. He moved away for a job. He was doing a PhD in a very specific topic, and they had a job for him in Madison of all places. So also, is it Evie? Thank you so much for redeeming the hi, I'm new. If anyone redeemed that earlier, I'm so sorry if I missed it. Usually when someone redeems that, I do like a small introduction of myself and my stream and anything that you can expect in here. So I'll just do that again since we have so many new friends just coming in. So my name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. I'm from the Netherlands. I have ADHD. I work as a project manager. I didn't say that before. Part-time and part-time as a content creator, so I do a little bit of both. On this channel, I do co-working and I do gameplay. When we do gameplay, it's mostly The Sims 4 with a sprinkle of variety. And actually, I just realized, you know what we can do? I didn't show my raid video. But I actually have like a small little video that's like an introduction to the stream, which has a bunch of like the best clips of the channel. There's my cats in there. So like I can, because I have 2 cats, but only one of them was here to welcome you. So I'd love to show you my other cat and some other silly clips from the stream. So I'll share that with you guys. It's about a minute long, so don't worry. It's not going to be too long. And then we can just chat some more, and then I'll also start up the game. I usually start playing The Sims about half an hour into stream. Sorry, Bonnie, I quickly turned off the sound alerts. But they'll be back later. They'll be back later. But I'll see you guys in about a minute, okay? Hi, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I'm a chatterbox, so I have a lot of text. See what I did there? I'm from the Netherlands. I have ADHD. This stream is partially ran by my 2 cats named Toet and Suus. Like the rattan plates on the wall. Did you just sneeze right into the microphone, Toet? I mainly play The Sims 4 with a sprinkle of variety, and I host co-working/study with me streams about 2 to 4 times a week on this channel. Sorry, I just got distracted. Grim is doing yoga. Like, there are too many Sims that are dying here that Grim is like, nah, you know what? Self-care girly, I'm just gonna do some yoga. I very often say or do dumb things that get caught on camera. Oh, look, an Enderman. I don't like you.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. She is doing the partner pussy. Pussy. I didn't mean to say partner pussy. I want the big melon. That's what she said. Oh, I didn't mean to make it bigger. Oopsie. I love using my platform to raise money for charity. That leads me to doing things that I have absolutely never regretted afterwards. Lemon. Yummy. I'm a lemon.
Oh, no.
I am a big plant mom, so much so that the community is named Jungle of Planties, and you are more than welcome to hang out with us. But don't forget to stretch and take a sip because self-care is very, very sexy. That was the raid video. I hope you enjoyed that silly little introduction. As you can see, there's a lots of lemons in chat because I love lemons, apparently. And as it so happens, we will be building a lemon-inspired build today as well. So you truly joined at a great time. You love the yarn side table basket? Thank you. I still have it. It's just a little bit out of the frame, but I still have it. It is where I hold all of my yarn to crochet. Also, Bella, hi. It is so good to see you. And I saw Tori come in earlier. Welcome in. It's good to see you as well. On Twitch before, it was in my recommended. No way, Kath. I love that. I love it when Twitch kind of like circles you around in the right direction. I do feel like a lot of us cozy gamers also do co-working. It's definitely, it has like a good overlap. So it makes sense that you kind of circle your way back here. It's very nice to have you. A fellow sour girly. Can you also not do sour, Bella? I don't know what it is with me and sour, but we're not friends. I crochet. I also know how to knit, but I'm not that good at knitting. Like my grandma taught me when I was young, just as with crocheting, but I feel like crocheting comes a bit more natural to me. With knitting, I'm always confused. I don't know why. I don't know why knitting confuses me more than crocheting, but for some reason crocheting like clicked in my brain when I was a kid and knitting never really did. I'm actually currently working on a wait, I can show you guys. Hold on. It is far from finished, but I'm working on a really big Psyduck. My sister-in-law actually is gonna get this for her birthday. I've been working on this for a very long time. I'm very busy, so I didn't have that much time to crochet. And also my ADHD kind of drifted me away from crocheting into reading, and then I was reading a lot instead of crocheting. So, but this is gonna be a really big Psyduck. What is co-working? That's a really good question. So co-working is basically kind of a body doubling strategy. So what we do is I sit here, I mute my mic, we have a little timer up on the screen, and then for 50 minutes, or for some other people that do co-working, they do longer or shorter than 50 minutes, we just work together. And you can kind of like put me up on your screen as a little bit of an accountability buddy. We have like a cute shared to-do list on the screen, so you can like write in chat what you'll be working on. And basically, you'll just be working with a lot of virtual coworkers or study buddies, and we can hold each other accountable. We can hold each other or like motivate each other when we're struggling. And we have some nice music playing in the background. And yeah, it's just for anyone who struggles to motivate themselves working from home or studying or all of those things. So yeah, that's the basic concept. But if you have any like specific questions, feel free to ask at any time. You only do sour for milestones? Yeah, I used to have a little sour candy redeem. I regretted that. Really? You love eating lemons? I respect you so much. I could never. I really want to crochet, but it's confusing for me. I feel that though. It is confusing to do arts and crafts. And it's one of those things that it will click in your brain or it won't. And it's really frustrating if it doesn't because you just want to do it, you know? Really, Garden Sim, I love that. I love that you are knitter and crocheter. It is such a nice thing to do. I'm the opposite. Knitting is fine, but I get so jumbled when it comes to crochet. Yeah, I feel like my mom also has that. My mom is like a really good knitter. And then you have my sister who's like an annoying prodigy and she can do both flawlessly. She like didn't know how to knit and then she taught herself how to knit within like a week. And then she was knitting like patterns and everything. And I'm like, why are you so talented? My sister's also the one who designs my emotes, by the way. If you see all of the cute little planties with faces in chat, my sister is ridiculously talented and I love her for it. But some days it's like, girl, you didn't need to like take everything. You could have shared some of the skill and talent, you know? Tunisian crochet, I've heard about that. I really want to try that because it does look a little bit like knitting. So you can kind of do like knitting projects while crocheting. Also, I'm so far behind on chat. But I'm able to do loom knitting. Nice. That goes a bit quicker as well, isn't it? You need to do more amigurumi. I never know. I always say it wrong, so I like very specifically needed to read that in my brain. It is fun to do. It's my favorite thing to do with crocheting because I feel like you get like instant dopamine because the projects are usually not that big. If that makes any sense. Also, thank you, Esther, for doing the schedule command. Thank you. Yes, need all of that. I'm so glad there's so many people who can relate to the hobby jumping, you know? It's one of those things that if you know, you know. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Speaking of, you guys want to hear a really fun story? Kayla is the one who influenced me to get a Stanley Cup. I had never heard of Stanley Cup ever until I saw her use one on stream and I was like, whoa, that's such a nice big cup with a straw. My neurospicy brain wants that really bad now. And then when I was in the States, I specifically went to Target to buy one. I was like, I need myself a Stanley Cup now. Do you know about any content update for The Sims 4 anniversary? I don't know. It actually surprises me that they haven't posted anything yet. Also, Nuts, hi, welcome in. I'm so sorry the sound alerts are temporarily disabled, but I hope you're doing well. How old is your fur baby? So both of them, they're actually sisters, and they just turned, I have to say it correctly, they just turned 7 in August. They just turned 7. And also, thank you everyone for all those follows. I appreciate it a ton. There was little talent left after you, and she got it all. Yeah, she got it all. But I mean, there was a lot left apparently. Home serve. With a 2mm hook. Oh my god, Finn, I'm so impressed. It's not super complicated and quick dopamine. Exactly. Yes, exactly. I prefer using thick yarn and big hooks. Yeah, I feel that. That's very much me. I like that because it goes quicker. The charm on your mic. I'm so glad you noticed. Oh my goodness. Fiend, thank you so much for the 12-month resub. I'm so sorry. I think we can unmute the alerts at this point. I think we should be good. Thank you so much for the 12 months. Please enjoy all of your subby berks for a whole month. But I'm glad you noticed. It's a little Wait, is this Barbabella? I think so. I keep forgetting the names. I used to have every single Barbapapa as a little charm, and I lost all of them, and I'm so heartbroken over it. This is the only one that somehow survived somewhere in my inventory. Let me see. That means 1 million projects. Yes, I feel that. Tommy Ann, I feel that. Is it Labor Day? Really? I wasn't aware. I'm not super familiar with American holidays, unfortunately. Your boss gifted you one for your birthday. That's so sweet. I see all the Estella girlies with Stanley cups, but it's so heavy I can't hold it. I do feel that. It's definitely heavy. I can see that being an issue. I don't take it anywhere. I mostly work from home and I mostly work in this room. So I just have it sitting on my desk. And for me, it works really well because it's a big tumbler. So I just drink it like twice or 3 times a day. And I just have it here on my desk. I wouldn't necessarily get one if I traveled a lot, I think, because it also isn't leak proof. So I get that. You've covered it in cool stickers. Oh my god, that's such a cute idea. I never know where to put my stickers. I might do that too. Is that okay with washing it though? Don't those stickers come off? She freaking ate the lime. There's like candy for her. Oh, I want her whatever she has. Okay, I'm so far behind on chat. I'm so sorry. Oh, Barbapapa. It's like a little TV show from years ago. Maybe it's still up there actually. Does it have a different name in English? I just know that in Dutch it's called Barbapapa, which basically just in French it means dad's beard, or it means what is that called in English? Suikerspin. Yes, I'm playing Sims today. I usually start up the game about half an hour into stream. So actually, that's a really good time to do that right now. It's a really good time to do that right now. You have waterproof stickers. Big brain right there. Big brain. Cotton candy. Thank you. My brain was not braining. Also, I'll just do a quick... There we go. I never start like actually playing the game until the ads are over, so don't you guys worry. I'll just start it up while the ads are running. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. As all of you were coming in, I was just telling everyone in chat that I still haven't actually turned like my stream lights on because my new camera or like my new lens is so perfect. But let me actually close my blinds to show you how much this camera can do in like low light. Also, Ashley, hello. I hope you're doing so well. It is good to see you. Ads are done. Welcome back. Thank you for everyone who sat through the ads. I appreciate that a ton. I try to space out the ads as much as possible. I usually try to start up my game during the first round of ads, and the second round of ads, we always take a little break collectively. So I try to minimize the things that you're missing if we have any ads. But welcome back from the ads. Thank you for everyone who stuck through them. I appreciate that a ton. Also, is EA app gonna load today? Like, that'd be really nice because I'm trying to play The Sims. I know, Lardsard, I always have them in like bundles of 3 minutes. But they always come in like one bundle and then you don't have any for like a whole hour. So that way I've kind of like pushed them all together so that you don't get like a lot of small interruptions, but you have like one bigger one, which you could use to also like use the restroom or get yourself something to drink. And it's kind of like I figured that way also during my like in the middle of stream, I also have 3 minutes, and then I also take a break. So I make sure that like everyone has some time to practice some self-care. Freso, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well today. Hello, hello. Let me actually turn on my lights because it's slowly getting dark out. But before I do that, thank you so much for those 10 biddies. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. And of course, Camilla, of course, yes, you can change whatever you want. Change it to your heart's content. It is yours to play around with. Absolutely. Yes, we also have Sari in chat who always announces when the ads are about to begin. So that like you have a little heads up if there's anything you'd like to ask or like to do before the ads start and stuff. Dude, you want to show them how good the camera looks in dark? Look at how cozy this is. But can you guys believe that there's like no light in my room right now apart from my monitors? Thank you, Moon Queen. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that you like the cozy background. I will still turn on my lights because it's gonna be like extra cozy because they give a little bit of warmth as well. But I'm just like mind blown that just changing the lens of my camera could do this. I'm using the Sony ZV-E10, which is a relatively standard lens, or like relatively standard camera for vlogging and streaming. But I got a brand new lens today, and that's like where the magic is happening right now. The pink looks brighter now. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Is it hot pink or magenta? I think I've actually set it to a little bit more magenta today, but I can change the background color if you guys want. Like we can set it to orange, for instance. I usually have it on orange because that's like the coziest, but today I wanted to show off, you know. Let me actually make sure that I save this color. There we go. And then I can show you what it looks like if we go to orange. See, that's like a little bit, like it kind of a little less contrast, I feel like, if that makes any sense. But I think today is a pink kind of day. I'm not sure if you guys agree, but I feel like neon purple. That'd be neon purple. I also really like the purple with the cozy light. But if I actually like turn my lights on, oh, for some reason only one of them is turning on. Hello, or is the other one gonna do something? There we go. We can do blue. That's like a dark blue. And that's like a light blue. Ooh, Sims green. Oh my goodness. What if we do Sims green for Sims' birthday today? That'd be so cute. Do you guys want to do... Let's go for Sims green for Sims' 10th birthday. We're going to do a nice plum bob green. I think that's a good one. I feel like I'm a Sim myself now. You know, when your mood changes. We're a happy Sim now. I'm all here for happy Sim today. This is actually pretty cute with the new lens. I like the green. I never liked the green before, but I really hope the Sims celebrate with something. I hope so too. It would be really cool if they do. It would be really, really, really cool if they do. I expect them to. They've celebrated their last like 3 birthdays. Try with the lights off. Hello, lights? Are you gonna do... I don't know what's going on with my lights today. I had a lot of internet issues earlier, so I'm trying to turn them off, but there we go. That's a bit dark. I feel like with the pink, it's a little bit lighter. A new swatch for the hot tub. Not even a whole new hot tub, just a new swatch. Oh, that'd be bad. That'd be bad. The green suits your hair. Thank you. I do feel like it fits with the plants on the mic as well. I will turn on the lights though, because I think it's like for people coming in, they can see me just a little bit better. Especially because now I'm like so small. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
Hello,
you.
brother.
Also, Koki, hi. It is good to see you. Hello, hello. How did you change the loading image? It's basically you install it the same way as custom content or a mod. If you're ever wondering, I do actually have a direct link to my loading screen, and I do have a lot of CCN mods as well. However, for today's build, we won't be using any CC. I will be using a mod. I will be using Tool and Better Build By today. Oh, thank you, Esther. Sorry. Stop doing things myself. I have everything listed in on my web page, I was gonna say. Wow, that's not made me sound like a grandma. What style house should I build? Victorian. I tried to get mods one time and somehow ended up with all of my saves deleted. Oh no, that's the worst that can happen. That is genuinely the worst that can happen. I'm actually gonna start by showing the build that I did last week, because last week I didn't get to finish the build for the Builders games on stream. So everyone was kind of like, can you show us what you've done with the build? Because I was finishing it on Saturday. So I promised chat that I would show it off on stream today before we dive into the new one. Could try Tiny Living. So I actually have a shell that I need to work with for today. So I'm going to check out the shell. I haven't seen it, but there's like a bunch of rules and it's like an actual challenge. So I'll show you in a second, but we're going to start with like taking a quick look at what we did last week, because not everyone has seen it from my community yet. And I know they're all very curious. For a little bit of context, last week, the challenge was to build a bakery inspired by your, is that a Damon Salvatore notification? Yeah. We actually have a thing called custom sound commands. So some people that have been here around for a long time and got to save up a lot of channel points redeemed a custom sound command. And everyone that has that can like type their name in chat and then a custom sound will play. So Koki actually has Damon Salvatore as a notification. But last week our assignment was to build a bakery based on our favorite cookie. And we got a shell that we needed to work with. And one of the rules was that there needed to be at least 2 debug buildings so that you kind of couldn't like make it look like a street. So naturally, as a person who is from the Netherlands and who loves stroopwafels, I decided to make a stroopwafel or Dutch caramel waffle bakery. And I decided to go for like a relatively traditional Amsterdam scene. So this is the canal. And if you're ever wondering how detailed I can get with my builds, there's a bike at the bottom of the canal. Because we couldn't miss out on that detail, of course. Like, that needs to be in there. So this is the front of the build. Hi, Esther. I mean, I know you've been here all this time, but thank you for your custom sound. I appreciate it. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. And then this is the back of the build. So there's, like, a little bit more from the bakery. And then there's a couple of, like, small backyards. And, like, a second canal, basically, starting. And then in the shell itself, we had to make a bakery based on our favorite cookie. So I kind of took a couple of things as inspiration. One, the warm caramel colors of the stroopwafel itself, and something that is called Delft Blue. Because Delft Blue is actually, it's basically a blue and white tile combination that is very Dutch. And is part of our like cultural heritage quite a lot. So I decided to kind of integrate that into the build as well. And then on the upstairs floor is an apartment. So let me show you around. I saw Kayla do this build as well. It was right before she came to the Netherlands for TwitchCon, which was very nice because that's where I saw her again. Yes, thank you, Esther, for typing it out. But this is the bakery. So let me show you around. As you can see, the blue and white very much shows in the floor. And then there's a lot of like the warmer tones from the caramel. If you come in, we have a little merch shop, which directly brings you to the counter. If you walk up to the counter, you can also see into the kitchen where they're making the stroopwafels. I'll show you around in the kitchen in a second as well. There's a little place with like a second door where you can sit when you want to do some work and you just want to like drink your coffee. This is quite a famous place, so they won a lot of prizes. Then obviously we have like all of the nice little cozy tables where you can sit to enjoy your coffee and stroopwafel. Considering Amsterdam is quite a touristic place, we figured there's probably going to be a lot of tourists that want to come here to eat a stroopwafel. So we actually decided to make kind of like a stroopwafel mural, an influencer corner, so to say, where everyone could go and take pictures. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. And yes, I use Reshade. If you do graphics, thank you, Esther. You get all of the graphic settings that I have in my game. So I have Reshade, and I have the lighting override Sunblind, and I play on maximum settings. Hi, Gray. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Jojo, welcome in. It's good to see you, and I hope you have some good sleeps, Gray. I hope you have some good sleeps. And then over here is where we actually make the stroopwafels. So we have the batter for the waffle. We have the 2 waffle irons. We have some spatulas so you don't burn yourself when you take out the stroopwafel. This is the pot where they are melting the caramel, and then they can put it in a jug so that they can easily pour it onto the stroopwafel. And then this is where all of the stroopwafels are ready to go and actually be sold at the counter. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. They have 2 stations, so there's also another stroopwafel station over here. No, this build is entirely CC free. It does use a lot of packs, but it doesn't use any CC. There's a window where you can kind of like look into the kitchen to see how they are made. We also have a little batter station where they are prepping all of the batter. And then, of course, a place where they can do the dishes and stuff. But yeah, that's the build so far. That was downstairs. This is everything that we basically did on stream. The realism of this build is giving me serotonin. Thank you. I appreciate it. I worked really hard on this one. Really, really hard. Found you on YouTube. Thank you for checking out the YouTube and then also being on Twitch. I appreciate it. For anyone wondering, I do, in fact, also make content on YouTube. I always post speed builds of the builds that or most of the builds that I do on stream as well. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And I also play my self-written legacy challenge over there. So if you're into Sims gameplay, feel free to go check it out. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. And then the apartment upstairs is actually what I did off stream. Camilla, not you promoting both my YouTubes. Thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you. So the apartment, when you come upstairs, basically the front door of the apartment is in the back over here. And then they take the stairs upstairs. They have like a nice little hallway with just like a mirror and some stuff. Then they have this kitchen and a little toilet in the corner as well. Thank you for the follow. Hi, it is good to see you. I was like, thank you for the follow. I recognize your name. Hi, I hope you're doing so well. And thank you for that follow. Welcome in. Thank you for all those follows. Oh my goodness, so many of you. Yes, it is on my gallery. My gallery ID is just Rosannatxt, so just the same as my username here. We have this nice little darker kitchen. I don't very often do dark builds. I'm more of a person that tends to go for like really light, like lots of pastels and stuff. So I really wanted to challenge myself and kind of go out of my comfort zone to try and like build something that matches a bit more with the downstairs area. So I opted for quite a dark color scheme. I kind of based it off of this wallpaper with like the pinks and then kind of having the caramel from downstairs bleed through into the apartment a little bit. And yeah, you can live here if you want with basically 2 Sims who can share a main bedroom. So this would be like the parents' room. I tried to make like a big building closet. Thank you for all those follows. I appreciate it. It was just posted in chat. Short Girl was just posted in chat. So a little bit earlier. Oh, just again by Hollow. Just Rosannatxt. My name everywhere on all of my socials is Rosannatxt. I was very lucky to have a username or think of a username that was available everywhere. Working on your final build as well. Oh my goodness. I'm so curious to see what everyone's going to do for the final week. I'm really scared. I haven't looked at the shell yet. I haven't looked at the shell yet. I was just giving a little tour of the final version of the build for last week. True, Extratxt is the bonus channel. Yeah. And then there's also a room for a teenager. Because I figured like it made sense to have a kids room, but I've done a lot of kids rooms lately, so I was like, let me make a teenager room. But I'm really happy with this build. I spend a lot of time on it. So I'm very excited to see what the judges think of the build. I know. I can't believe that the Builders Games is going to be over so soon. I've participated in earlier seasons of the Builders Games as well. So for anyone who isn't familiar with the Builders Games, it's basically a Sims competition hosted by Simmers for Simmers. So there's a bunch of Simmers, Juby and Lonica, who are super, super kindly setting up this whole competition every single time. And every season has its own theme. And The theme for the first season that I joined, which was the previous season, season 5, was World Tour. And we did like, basically we had to build something, a different place from around the world every week. So we built something from Sao Paulo, we built something from Norway, we built something from South Africa. And it was like a lot of fun because we really got to delve into like different cultures and kind of like different building styles and everything. And it was a lot of fun learning about everyone's culture because there were also a lot of people from chat that were like from all the different places that we were building. So that was a really cool collaborative thing to do. And then this season, which is season 6, is kind of like a smaller season. And the theme is desserts. And this is already going to be the final week. We've already done 3 full weeks, which is just blows my mind. So yeah. Also, Dickie, it is good to see you. Thank you so much for cheering me on. I appreciate it. But let's actually go check out the challenge for this week. Because this week we have a Dollhouse shell, which I haven't seen, so I'm a little bit scared about it. And then we have to transform that into a build that is inspired by a pie. And we had like 4 different pies that we could pick from. There was like tiramisu, or desserts, not necessarily pies. There was tiramisu, there was black forest cake, there was lemon meringue, and a strawberry shortcake. So those were the 4 options that we got to pick from. But for obvious reasons, lemon meringue actually kind of resonated with me the most because 1, I think it matches the color scheme that I like to do. And also, lemons. Yeah, the first 2 shells had a lot of round walls and it was rough. Also, is it Kaden? Or what? Wait, no, Kaden YT. Probably Kaden YT. Welcome in. It's nice to meet you. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. On this channel, I do a lot of Sims and co-working. I'm from the Netherlands. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And Allison, welcome in. It's your favorite dessert. It is so delicious. It is so delicious. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Let's see, because I need to find the shell for the last week to kind of figure out where I'm going to place it. And I'm a bit... The shell has round walls, and it's tough. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can already see. Oh, no. Why? Juby, why? Help! Also, Tris, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Also, Sam, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for redeeming the hi. I'm new. I usually do a quick introduction, but I feel like I've been saying so many introductions today. So I'll just do a very short one. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns, and we do a lot of Sims on this channel. If you have any specific questions, please feel free to ask. Like if there's anything you'd like to know about my game or about me or about what we're up to today, then feel free to ask. I actually have an idea. Are we allowed to add a roof? I just needed to let it sink for like a split second. We are? Okay, perfect. Perfect. Because the assignment for this week, let me just like tell you, hold on, weekly build challenge. Let me read what the challenge says. This week, you will be using a pre-made dollhouse shell to create a space inspired by one of 4 delectable desserts: lemon meringue pie, black forest cake, tiramisu, or strawberry shortcake. Each dessert offers a unique palette of colors, textures, and themes for you to incorporate into your dollhouse design. Your end goal is to transform the shell into a space that captures the essence of your chosen dessert. Use your creativity to bring the flavors, colors, textures of these delightful desserts to life in miniature form. Have fun with it, and we can't wait to see your sweet and inspired designs. It doesn't need to be functional, and we can in fact add platforms and all of those things. Also, thank you so much all for cheering me on. I appreciate it. And thank you, Esther, for doing the about command. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's a really smart plan. That's a smart plan. Even though that's a little bit more focused on the co-working streams, we'll take it for now. We'll take it for now. Tiramisu would be the most difficult. I think it depends. I think with the tiramisu, you have I wouldn't call it an easy color scheme, but you have like a very consistent color scheme of lots of like cream and browns. So I think color scheme wise, it might be easier, but maybe it might be harder to like represent all the layers of the tiramisu. But I just had a vision. I'm just going to have to figure out what the best place is to build that vision. Preferably, I would like something that has like a lot of blue in the back. I think we might have to go to the island in Windenburg. Let's go to the lighthouse lot and let's see if that's actually gonna work. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I'm not sure with the tree over there if that's gonna work. I would have liked something with like a clean view. Let's see if any of the other lots on the island have a clean view. Because, thank you for the stretchy. Thank you, thank you. If you're hanging out here, make sure to also stretch. You've probably all been sitting like chair shrimps, so this is a really good time to unshrimp yourself. Also, Angel Gaming, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Wait, how big is the lot that we need? Because the idea that I have is if you had to think about a lemon meringue pie, what is like one of the things specifically when it comes to the texture? For me personally, one of the things that immediately comes to mind is like it's very light. It's very airy. It's like a very fluffy cake. Yeah, soft and fluffy. Exactly. Light and fluffy. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. This is so I'm thinking, what if we go for a cloud castle? I know it's like a little bit far-fetched for now. I can hear you guys think, wait, Ro, what? But like, what if we make it into like almost kind of, if we add a roof and we can add like a little bit of like almost like a tower or something, we can make it into this like fairy core cloud castle with like vines growing up, and then we can add like lemons that are growing in the vines, and then we can make the entire inside of the build like a very magical, light, pastel-y. Do you have reference pictures? No, I'm just making this up as we go. But I'm like, this is my interpretation of what I think if I had to visualize the texture of a lemon meringue pie, that's what I see. I see like, for anyone who's read Akotar, spring chord vibes in the sky. No way, Pixie. That's perfect timing. I love that. I love that. Congratulations on becoming a coconut in the Discord. Thank you. Thank you. That's the best way to explain it. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to go for spring court with lemons in the sky. You just finished Akotar. No way. Did you finish the first book or like the whole series? And if so, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Akotar is the book that kind of threw me into the whole romantasy kind of genre, the whole series. Okay, good. Because I was like, I don't want to, just in general, I think let's try to keep chat spoiler free, because I know there's a lot of people here that might not have read Akotar and they might want to read it at one point. But it's always good to know like where someone stands with the series, you know? But yeah, let's go for that. But then I need to find a lot that has like a clear view in the back, so that if I take good screenshots, it's gonna look like the castle or like the house is actually floating. That's why I opened the gallery, because I was checking the size of the lot. 30 by 20. Okay, so it's not too big. That's good. I like that. I like that it's not too big. I think we can work with that. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I think this might be clear enough. Because I'm also going to raise up the build quite a lot so that I can put like big clouds at the bottom. Also, thank you so much. Oh, Lena and Esther for setting it up. Thank you, thank you. And also, May, I hope I say your name correctly. Let me know if I do, but welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Has anyone read Zodiac Academy? I've heard about it. I think I saw it on Book Talk the other day. Is it good? Do you like recommend it, or is it like one of those things of, oh, you shouldn't read it? Let's do it furnished. Oh, this is actually not bad at all. The only thing that I'm slightly worried about is the lighting on this lot. No worries, Lena, no worries. You're all good. Thank you so much for even like looking it up and trying and stuff. I appreciate that a ton. It's great if you like more intimate scenes. This girl likes her smut. I enjoy my smut. I'm currently reading Throne of Glass, and it's like really good, and I'm enjoying it a lot because it has really good story to it. But I'm like coming from Akatar Fourth Wing Throne of Glass. It's like, it's a weird dip in smuttiness. I'm all good though. I'm like, it's good that it's kind of like I have a little bit of a smut break, but I need my smut for later again. I think it's good for my soul. Of Zodiac Academy. It's the first in a series in that world. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you guys so much for the tips. I love good tips. Okay, I know this is gonna look weird in the beginning. I have to warn you guys that this is gonna be a really, really big trust the process kind of build. It's gonna look ugly, and then it's gonna look uglier before it's gonna look good. Throne of Glass is my favorite of her series. I've only read Akatar and like half of Throne of Glass now. I do have Crescent City sitting in my to be read pile. But so far I have to admit, if you come from Akatar and you go to Throne of Glass, it is interesting to see. I wouldn't call it the quality of the story, because I do think that Akatar also has a good story, but I think Akatar has a lot of emphasis on the romance and like the whole aspect of it being a couple. And I like the fact that Throne of Glass has a really solid character story. I'm glad I started with Throne of Glass. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't necessarily say it is hard, but it's very different. I think maybe in my brain, I had an expectation of Throne of Glass because maybe I didn't expect her to be such a solid fantasy writer. I thought she was more of a romance writer who happened to write like fantasy into her romance. And then with Throne of Glass, you can see that she's actually really a fantasy writer that happened to kind of fall into the romantasy genre. And I thought it was the other way around. So I expected it to be much more of a romantic book. And I think I'm pleasantly surprised, actually. Yeah, exactly. It was her first series. So that's why I was like, I don't know why. I expected that to be even more romantic or something. Yeah, I think she wrote it when she was 16. Very young. And she published it on like fanfic forums. And a lot of people caught on and were like, oh, this is a really good story. And then she eventually published it. Which is like kind of wild if you think about it. That you can just be so passionate about a story and about writing that you end up like writing something at 16 that then becomes such a world-known bestseller. Okay. Like I said, trust the process. Like, what if we start with this? We're gonna have to layer it a lot, so it's gonna take time. But this is just me trying to figure out, like, can we do the clouds kind of like this? So that it looks like the whole thing is sitting on clouds. And we can, like, make different shapes and stuff with it, kind of surrounding the entire bottom. Isn't there, like, smoke machines? Maybe. I think we might have gotten them with the party kit. Yeah, it's very fluffy. That's the idea. Also, we're definitely going to need a roof if we're going to... Hello? Can I click on this, please? Why? Can I? I cannot click on it. It doesn't... if I click on it, it goes away. Okay, well, I will remove the walls, don't worry, because we're not allowed to add them. But for the sake of fixing this build... What? I'm just gonna do it like this. Really, Sims? Really? This is how you want to start me off on this shell challenge? I think it's because of the round wall. This is infuriating. I still can't click on it. Okay, we have more solutions, chat. I am very confused. Is it because I had tool open? It's because I had tool open. No way, I never knew that you can't have tool open and then edit stuff like that. Because that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to copy it and then, like, have it on there. But I never realized it glitches out when you have tool open. Interesting. Learning so much already. Okay, we're gonna change the wall heights to be both tall wall because I think that's gonna sell kind of like the illusion of a mansion or like a big castle a bit more. Then we definitely... Okay, it might be dangerous to actually use like a round piece for this instead of one of the hexagonal ones, but I'm gonna just try. This is... It's like, again, it's gonna be very much trust the process kind of situation, so we're gonna have to experiment quite a bunch, I'm afraid, before we're gonna find our flow with this. But that's okay. I feel like today is all gonna be about visualizing and figuring out what exactly I want to do, and then from there we're just gonna build it out, I guess. Hi Tinkerbell, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Castles always have like super tall walls with a bunch of art. Yes. I think that's kind of like the vibe I'm going for as well. That would definitely have to be like a little bit taller. Okay, that's slightly unfortunate. I'm not really happy with that roof line. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. It's a trust the process kind of situation. We're gonna have to try a bunch of different things and then just see what works. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. I'm not really sure about... I mean, we can fix it like that. Oh, no, we can't fix it like that because I have a curve in the roof. Oh, that's gonna be so annoying. Yeah, they really didn't do us favors with setting up for the roofing in this one. They were like, haha, you thought this was an easy competition so far? No. Not here. Not here. Okay, oh, That is infuriating. Okay, I guess this could work. This could work. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is good to see you. And then I think I just want to use the same corner. Like so. I'm a bit tempted to kind of go like this. That doesn't work on the back, though, if I tuck it in like that. Because I think that creates like a little bit of a... It creates a bit of a weird roof shape in the back, but we can fix that with plants. Hide everything. With plants, everything that looks weird, just hide it. Having a lot going on with the roof does... Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, instead of going for a very simple roof, let me try and, like, kind of spice it up a little bit. But now that I have that piece over there, I can, if I want to, actually make this one piece again. Because that kind of hides it. Ooh, we could also... No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That looks weird. Never mind. I was like, can we make it rounder? Would that work? But that doesn't work. I hate that in The Sims, everything on a diagonal gets like twice as large. Hi, Mary. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I can never get my roofing correct, even a slightly unusual shape. Yeah, roofing in The Sims is something. Is definitely something. I'm not sure if I'm making it better or if I'm making it worse at this point. Do you guys know that feeling? Maybe for now, I'm just going to leave it here. We'll just give it a roof trim. That tends to help a lot as well. Because then you can kind of see where the roof ends a bit better. I'm fighting diagonal roofs right now, and I very much know the feeling. Yeah, it's like it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. That's how you feel every time you build. It is definitely rough. I like building in The Sims. That's the thing, though. Like, I enjoy it very much. I just have to... Oh, we also have to keep the color scheme in mind, of course. Hold on, hold on. I think it's going to be like a light fairy castle, right? So we would have to go for something that's really light. And then the roof trim also has to be really light. Okay, I know it sounds weird, but I see my vision. I know we literally just started, but I can see where I'm going with this. And that's, I think in the end, that's going to make like a really big difference. Let's rotate this one a little bit. Oh, I can't see the axis right now. That's unfortunate. Okay, but that was the right one, so that's good. Let me think. I kind of want to, like, fully flip it around. Yeah, there we go. And then I want to make it slightly smaller. I don't remember what I did. Like, I don't remember how much I sized it up earlier. I never build with round walls ever, and I'm not planning to do that in any point in time. No, that's fair. Round walls in The Sims are very broken, so it's very valid. Yeah, it's very much a trust the process type of shell. But, like, I think with a process like this, there comes a point where you feel like the vision in your head is, like, clicking. And that's the point where I'm like, I know I'm okay. And sometimes it takes a really long time of fiddling around to get to that point. And that's when I get, like, a bit scared of the build. I like building. I just can't seem to figure out what looks good and what doesn't. I've mostly watched a lot of people build in The Sims, just like watch speed builds, and kind of saved little bits and bobs in my brain of things where I'm like, oh, that has worked for them for this type of build. So then I kind of like store it in my brain as a little catalog of things that other people have done. And then I kind of just try to like incorporate that. And if you do that for long enough, your brain will eventually catch on to what works and what doesn't. But from the almost 4,000 hours I have in The Sims, I think about 3,500 of them, well, maybe not 3.5, but like well over 3,000 is building. So it does take some time. I feel like I enjoy building, but I like to bulldoze when it's not working how I want it to. I always give myself the option to bulldoze, but I do always save it to my gallery so I can go back. When a vision doesn't always come to life how you planned, it can be so discouraging. Yeah, it can really feel just like heavy if you know you can do something, but just it isn't like working out the way you want it to work out. How much did I size up this light? I really don't remember. Let's just go for 2.5 and then see if that will be. It was a lot more than 2.5. Let's go for 8. Okay, it was a lot more than 8 even. Let's go for 12. That's bigger. Okay, so I think I did 10. I might have done 10. Let's go for 9 then. Let's go for 9.5. I do think we'll have to come up with something to hide that, like trim or something. But maybe we can do plants or bushes or something. Sims influencers saved my atrocious building skills many times. Yeah, that's even like, even for me still, I watch a lot of other Simmers build to get better. Yeah, creativity is bigger than the game can handle, or sometimes my creativity is also bigger than my own brain can handle. And I feel like that's the most frustrating, when I know that I can do something, but my brain is just not braining it together. Let's go for like 80. Okay, and then we need a bunch of like smaller ones as well. Hi, Sakina, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is good to see you. Wait, I already read that. Okay, yeah. I was like, I'm just checking if I've missed anything. How did you move that so little with tool? You hold Alt on your keyboard and then you click in the direction that you want to hold it. So if you have it selected, you just hold Alt on your keyboard, and then if you click next to it, like, it moves a little bit. It's really nice. It's really convenient. Your game is so laggy. Oh no, that's really frustrating. Do you have a lot of mods in CC installed? And I'm not asking that to be a pain. I'm genuinely asking because very often that's the cause of lag. Or maybe you have your graphics set higher than your PC can handle. That's like the quickest fixes I can think of. Anything else, maybe just a little game restart sometimes also makes a huge difference.
No. I do not sleep.
Thank you so
with
much for
my
the 200
shoes
bits.
on.
That's so kind. What the heck? Thank you, thank you. And also, in case you...
Love the
I don't
vibes
sleep
of
with
your
my shoes
stream.
on.
Have a
I really
wonderful
don't.
day.
Thank you so much. That's literally so generous of you. Thank you for the 200 biddies. Also, the Pride biddies. Love to see them. You upgraded the RAM and now it runs great. Yeah, I feel like The Sims is getting more and more of a resource-heavy game. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Just basic mods like MC Command Center. It's not normally this bad. It might be because I'm playing in a massive house. Oh yeah, sometimes having like a really big house, or if you've been playing on that save file for a really long time, that can also cause some issues. So if it's an older save file, sometimes just uploading the house to the gallery and uploading the family with it, and then starting in a clean save, it does lose a little bit of your relationships from your Sims, but especially after like 4 or 5 generations, it can be worth it to just start clean. Because it can be really painful otherwise. Let's do this one at 7. And then we need to elevate it a bit more. So that'd be like, let's go for 2 up. Actually, I think it can go up a bit more even. Come on, Ro. Okay, that works, I think. That works. Ooh, I have an idea. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Oh, you can't do staircases on diagonals. Oh, no, I keep forgetting that. Listen. I don't very often hate The Sims, but that is one of those things where I'm like, why did you take that away from me? Just let me do stairs on a diagonal, because this is just painful. Like, actively painful. Let's rotate this a little bit to be like maybe 20. And then let's go for, I think -3 should do. Oh, that's a little bit too much. That's a bit too much. Because I was thinking like, oh, we can do like some sort of a stairway over here that kind of leads up into it. But I can fake that if I really wanted to. Thank you for cheering me on. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the lurp, Lena. Thank you. You're heading, you're out in a park right now, going to watch your stream for a bit while chill under a tree by the water. Anna, that sounds perfect. I love that so much. Enjoy. I don't even know how you manage using the tool mod. It looks so confusing. Thank you. I appreciate it. It took me a really long time. I'm going to be completely honest. When I first started using the tool mod, I was so confused. I had absolutely no clue what I was doing. And at first, I was actually, I thought that I wouldn't learn how to do the rotations and stuff. I was like, let me just start by resizing things. That's all I want to do. I just want to make my carpets a little bit, or like my rugs, a little bit bigger and a little bit smaller. So I'll just like start there. And then I've watched other people use it more, and then slowly I started to feel a bit more comfortable with certain things. But it's taken me like 2 years before I am where I am right now. And you can do even more with tool. I have seen friends of mine who I don't even know how they do it. I see them working with tool and I'm like, are we using the same mod or are you some sort of wizard? Yeah, it doesn't need to be functional, so that's really nice. That is really, really nice. We're definitely gonna we're gonna use that. Oh wait, let me actually, I want to copy it with tools so that I have the same size like a couple of times. But then I want to lower it. Oh. That's annoying that it goes up because of the foundation. Okay, it needs to go up a little bit more, I think. Nope. I'm not sure if I like where this is going yet, but we're just gonna like try some things out and then we'll see from there. I feel like it's gonna help if I just experiment a little bit. -4, I think? Nope. No. That was too much. That was clearly too much. It ended up in the clouds. Yeah. This is one of those things with tool is like sometimes getting it right just takes a lot of time. Yes, it is the stairs. That's the idea, Esther. That's the idea. I was trying to figure out how I could make stairs that like, nope. Ah, crap. I didn't mean... Oh. Sometimes I press buttons on my keyboard when I shouldn't. Oh no, Lords are not the game crashing. That's a good save reminder for everyone. If you're hanging out here, make sure to save. Also, Huff, hi, it is good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, you see people using it with ease. I'm like, I just started getting good at rotating things. That's the point where I'm at right now, and I'm like, oh, I'm finally getting like somewhere. Okay, let's elevate. I think I did like minus 0.3. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. That was slightly too far. I was already afraid of that. And then I wanted to elevate that and do like... Is that gonna be too much? Maybe even a little bit more. Oh, thank you for the reminder. I appreciate it. I'm gonna just try and like finish this set of stairs, which would be nice if it stopped jumping up and down. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Okay, I'm not entirely happy with this yet, but I like where the concept is going. And I think we can also hide some things with like maybe smaller lights and stuff. I think I can work with this. I think I can work with this. But I do think it is time for me to also go and like take a little bit of a small break. What I do is during my break times, I always put on a little round of a game called Words on Stream. You can stay here if you want and play along with the game. You can also use this time to practice some self-care, get yourself something to drink, something to snack, all of those good things. But for anyone who's never heard about the game Words on Stream, I can quickly explain it for you. It's actually very easy. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to... Of course, Esther, thanks for letting me know. Just a quick check. Is there any mods in chat then while I'll be taking a quick break? Anyone who can like assist with continuing the game and just keeping an eye out? Because I think Lena was also Lurbin. I see Hollow is here. But I'm not sure if Hollow's lurking or... Because otherwise I can also wait a little bit. Don't want to leave chat fully unattended. I see Charlotte is probably also lurking. I can also lurk while I take my break. That's going to be fine. We can just play a game. I know that my chat also knows how to do the commands, so we should be good. Of course, thank you so much for hanging out, Black Widow. Thank you. Or Black Widow. Sorry, I just realized. Very smart name. I'm here but not a mod. As long as someone is here who knows how to do the commands, I think we should be good. I can keep a quick eye out on chat while I'm taking a break. Also, Puerto Rican Fish, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Like I said, for anyone who has never played Words on Stream, it's a very simple game. What you will do is you'll see some letters, and they will like rotate. And all you have to do is see if you can find a word with those letters, and then type that word in chat. You don't have to download anything. I know it says scan the QR code to join the game. You don't have to do that. You can just type in Twitch chat, and you just type whichever word you think it will be. Whenever you guess right, it will show up on stream. You can actually use the words from other people that they've guessed as inspiration. And once you actually guess a word correctly, you'll get like a little lock next to your name, which means that you cannot guess a word until like the next lock. There's kind of like a timeline above unlocks. So that means that you'll be in word jail for a little bit. yeah, and the goal is to guess as many words, and then you'll level up, and then it becomes harder and harder as you go along. I usually take about like a 5 to 6 minute break, just stretch my legs, use the restroom, all of those things. So please feel free to use this time as that time as well. And I'll see you guys in about 5-6 minutes. Thank you for the follow. And then we're gonna continue with our Cloud Lemon Castle, okay? BRB. Hello, I am back. I hope you all had a nice break as well. Also, Cece, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Rainbows, welcome in. Hi. And Lenny, welcome in. And thanks so much for cheering me on. I appreciate it. And thank you for all those follows while I was on a little break. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Whew, I'm so warm. It is so warm in the Netherlands right now. And I didn't realize how warm I was while sitting down until I stood up. I see you guys are doing really well again. Honestly, as to be expected. Wasn't my strength, but I tried. Honestly, that's all that matters. I'm really bad at this game myself. I fully ride on chat's brain power. But thank you guys for playing a little mini game. I appreciate it. We tend to play this during breaks, and we also play it on when I do like really long streams. I tend to do like 10, 12-hour streams for celebrations. Then we play that for a little bit more as well. But thank you all so much for playing. I appreciate that a ton. We're going to go back to our little Sims build. 29, yeah, same, Lena. I think it was 30 yesterday and 29 today. So warm. So wildly warm. I'm kind of like trying to figure out, because I don't want the stairs to go all the way to the floor, I think. Or do I? No, I think I want them to go around. So that if you see the front of the build, you can kind of see the stairs curving around. But I don't want them to go fully to the floor because I do want to have kind of like a base level of clouds everywhere. Ready for fall? Yeah, I'm ready for fall, but also I'm ready for like a soft fall. I'm not like Dutch fall very often entails a lot of rain. And I'm not really happy about a lot of rain. How was the Efteling yesterday? It was really nice. I had such a good time. It was really fun because we took it very slow. So like for anyone wondering what the Efteling is, it's like a Dutch Disney. That's the best explanation. It's like a little theme park, based on fairy tales and everything. And I love going there. And I, as a Christmas gift from my job, we actually got tickets, and I finally was able to redeem them. So I went there with my partner, but it was like 30 degrees Celsius out, so it was very warm. So we took it really slow, which I think was perfect. Because we were both kind of in for a bit more of a slow day, and yeah, it was really chill. We basically did, I finally got to do a lot of the water rides, or like they have like one ride specifically where you tend to get really wet, which is fun unless it's really cold. But now it was pretty warm, so we finally got to go in there and like not worry too much about the fact that all of our clothes would get soaked. Also, Transflag, hi, welcome to chat. I hope you're doing so well. It's nice to meet you. Autumn is your fave season. I love rain and leaves changing color. I love leaves changing color. For me, my problem with rain is that often it comes with like a lot of wind and then it just gets cold. And I don't appreciate that. Exactly. The piranha is such fun when it's hot. So I was like, I never get to go in there because I'm a like chronically cold person. So I don't like to go into the water rides when it's not actually scalding hot out. But it was perfect. Winter in Finland is brutal. I can only imagine. I've once been to Norway, to Oslo in the winter in December. That was something. I had never experienced -16 before. I can tell you, I'm not a person built for -16. I very much preferred Oslo in summer. Okay, I might leave it at this actually, and then just kind of surround it with the clouds and suggest that it goes all the way down. Because I think, did you go on Joris and the Draak? Of course, it's my favorite. It's actually one of the few rides we went on. We went on Piranha and we went on Joris and the Draak. We didn't do Vliegende Hollander or Baron because the waiting lines were very long. Which team for Joris did you choose? So I was in the disabled line, so I couldn't pick because that line just automatically ends up at water. And we lost, but it's okay. I still had fun. You love this music? Nice. Just a nice little lo-fi playlist. But I actually asked for, or like I got a little pass for all of the disabled lines because I've noticed, especially ever since doing my treatment, that if I really truly listen to my body, I cannot do long standing. It just hurts. Like all of my joints start to hurt so bad. And as I knew it was going to be a really hot day, which tends to, on one hand, make it easier for my muscles, but like also make it heavier. I was like, you know what? I'll just request the facilities card and we'll see. And we actually used it for like 2 or 3 lines. Would you recommend Efteling for someone who's not likely? Absolutely, Sophie. Yes. They have a bunch of like chill rides, which are way more, not necessarily about the fact that you're in a ride, but they're very much about like the storytelling and the ambiance. They have a whole forest with like fairy tales set up. It's called Sprookjesbos or Fairy Tale Forest. They have one where you kind of like travel through a lot of different cultures. It's very similar if you've ever been to Disney to A Brand New World. It is called Carnival Festival. It's very cozy. They have like, I think actually they have more things for people that are not into very thrilling rides than people that are into very thrilling rides. Yeah, the atmosphere is worth going, 100%. Also, Nina, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Winter is your favorite season. The snow, the sweaters, hot coffee. I love everything about winter. It's so nice. I like that too. Like I like it when there's snow. Then I'm good. As long as it's not soggy and rainy. Okay, I'll let the stairs kind of like end there, I think. I need to change these like 30? No, more. Yeah, and then so much typing. But I don't want to like go too fast. I'm always impatient and then I mess up. You love winter, unfortunately, in Britain. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. I love winter when it's like proper winter, but we very rarely get that here too. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere. We have the stairs going down like very slowly. Also, you know what I just realized? These are lights, so it lights up at night. Next time winter Efteling, I don't know. I realized, so we got like entrance tickets this time from my work, but we kind of like realized how expensive it is to go. So we'll have to see. I'm in Wisconsin in the US and the seasons can be very weird. I've only been to Wisconsin in fall. So I only know what it looks like in fall, but let me tell you that the season was very weird already then. We had like, when we were in Madison, it was like very rainy for like one day and it was pretty cold. And then the next day it was like really nice and warm and it was like kind of almost summer weather. And I was like, this is confusing. Plus size person is not fitting onto rides though. That's also something that I can imagine you would worry about, but I do also know that they have a lot of rides where they do facilitate for it. I saw a lot of plus size people at the Efteling yesterday just going in rides and it was completely fine. But it's super valid to be worried about it because I 100% know that not every space in the world treats plus size people very well in terms of like, you know, being able to go on rides or like on planes and stuff like that. So it's super valid that you worry about it. But from what I've seen yesterday, they were like very accommodating. Very, very accommodating. Of course, Gaily Knitting. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. And good luck putting your kiddo to bed. And let me tell you, the weather changes so much. Yeah. I feel like in terms of like location on the globe, I think like Midwest is kind of on a similar line as the Netherlands. Is that true? I'm now saying this and I'm like starting to heavily doubt myself. If that's true. Last week was 90s. Wait, hold on. That's warm. 90 is warm. Yeah, yeah. And then what is 70? Hold on. Okay, that's actually a big shift. That's quite a big shift. Every 15 minutes, yeah. That sounds like the Netherlands. Or the UK for that matter, by the way. I feel like it's a familiar feeling. I think I'm gonna paint the outside. I'm just gonna leave the clouds. It's not perfect, it's not done, but I need to like take my mind off of it for a second. Because sometimes if I stare too long at something, it doesn't get better. It usually gets worse for it. So I'm just gonna shift my attention a bit and then I'll probably come back, or not probably, I'll come back to it at a later point. I'm looking for the Castle Estate kit because I think the Castle Estate kit is gonna have some swatches that we'll be able to use perfectly. Yeah. That's the vibe I'm going for. A chilly day, it was weird. Yeah, it's like fake fall. Fall is like, hi, I'm here. No, I'm not. I'm just peeking. I'm just kidding with you. You know, just messing. And my game is not liking the idea because it won't load. Oh no, Mike. That's so frustrating. I'm so sorry. Also, my cat, like, is really trying to sit on my lap, and I love her for it, but it's so warm. Dude, you can't sit here. I need to use my mouse, love. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. I love you, dude, but you need to, like, figure out what you want to do, but you can't lay where my mouse is, because I need to build in The Sims. And I can't build when you're on my desk. Also, you know what I just realized? Maybe we should actually go for like a lighter outside, because you know how the outside of a cake has like a brown crust. So maybe I shouldn't go for white. I think actually I might have to go for the brown. Because then it kind of works a bit better with the fact that it's a cake. Is Toot bilingual? I'm actually not sure. I think she's catlingual. She understands what she wants to understand. She is selective. You know what I think might also be really nice? I know I just said I was going to be done with the clouds, but then I had a realization of something that I think might sell the idea of a house in the clouds even more. But we're gonna have to figure out what to do with that, because that obviously doesn't work. So I'm just gonna have to make it like a little bit smaller so we can kind of hide that part of the light. I think the snow is really nice when it's sitting on top of something, but the problem with the snow is that it's flat at the bottom. So if I want to do it like this, like an overhang, I'm not sure if that would work. I was thinking maybe I could use that as the bottom, because I feel like the pattern down here is repeating too much. So maybe I can use the snow for that. But I think at the top of the castle, I'll probably have to use the cloud light. This one I did 10, right? So like, what if I go for 9? Okay, I think that might be it, because I think I can hide that. And then let's like raise it up a little bit more.
Hey girl. I'd like to pick you up,
Mestre!
but I would love to pin you down. Should I make this my Tinder bio?
Wow. Wow. Please don't make that your Tinder bio, please. I'm doing you a favor by telling you. Thank you so much for the 21 months. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do enjoy all of the subby perks. I just realized, by the way, that I haven't updated the sub board. But I'm scared, with the amount of follows we've had during today's stream, that I might not be able to find all of the resubs back. So, hold on. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to see what I can find back because my activity feed is like limited. Okay, I can see Katie, Fien, and Mestre. And then I already added Esther at the beginning of stream. I have a feeling my brain says Sophie also resubscribed, but I'm not sure if I'm remembering that correctly. I know that Katie resubscribed during the raid or like during everyone coming in because that was when there was a 9-month resub. So I do remember that, but I think someone resubscribed before that as well. And I think it was Sophie. But my brain is like not 100% sure because it's also a little bit scatterbrained. You didn't. Okay. I thought it was you, but then maybe it was someone else. But I hope that they will notice that they're not on the board because I would feel bad if they're not, you know? But for anyone who's wondering what this is, I have a little subboard. So every month, everyone who resubscribes actually, or subscribes for the first time, gets their name added to a little subboard. And then at the end of the month, I share it in my Discord. Yeah, same, Lena, same. It's like the activity feed is very limited because there were so many follows. Let's go, Mestre. And then we have Fien with the 12 months. And then Mestre with the 18 months. Wait, no, not 18, 21. I don't know why it said 18 for me. Also, my cat did, in fact, decide to lay down right where my mouse is supposed to go. So now she is horrendously in the way. There we go. Thank you so much for all of those resubbies. I appreciate that a ton. Thank you, thank you. Loving the board thing. It's so cute. Thank you. I've been doing it for quite a while, and it's really fun to also like see them across all of the months. Okay, I kind of want to get it to there so we can hide it with a column. So does the Queen of Clingy. She really is. Yeah. Thank you. Oh my god, rainbows. We are thinking the same thing. That's what I was thinking. I was gonna hide it with a column, and then I was thinking I can add another one over here. Actually, who's in whose way? Okay, you might be right, Lena. You might be right there. So do you hear that? Chat is taking your side. They're saying that I'm in your way. If he doesn't get a proper nap, he's grumpy. Oh my goodness. That sounds like typical cat behavior. That sounds like the most like cat behavior ever. Okay, I like the clouds at those points actually. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well today. Okay, let's see. You know what it also kind of reminds me of a little bit? Rivendell. For any Lord of the Rings fans. Kind of gives the Rivendell vibes. Hi, Ileana. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It is so good to see you. There's something with this stairs that isn't like sitting right with me, but I can't point out what it is, which is frustrating. So I'm just gonna like, I continuously leave it. And then I'm like, I don't know. Also, I think actually the roofs should be white, although maybe not that one. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe that one shouldn't, but the one in the front definitely should be white because that looks a little bit better. I also feel like maybe we should go for the castle foundation, actually. I think that one matches the best, yeah. You see, Rivendell, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it. Rivendell, is that a new gaming computer? Oh my god, that would legit be a solid name if they ever release a gaming computer. That would be a really good one. Also, Rosalia, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. This looks awesome. Thank you. I'm glad that you already think it looks awesome because I've just started, so it's very much not like... Okay, what if we do like half? I know that looks silly over here, but I think we can fix this by just hiding it a little bit. Do I just elevate that a little bit so that it like covers it even more? Okay, we're gonna get the snow in because I think this would be a really good time to start using the snow as like a different texture because we need a little bit more texture around it. What am I looking for? Content. Debug and live edit. There we go. You think Rivendell's trademark though? Tolkien might have coined that one. You might be right, but I wonder if you space it out and you write Riven space Dell, if it would be allowed. I don't think it would be allowed as one word. That is true. Dell does make computers, but they call them Alienware. That is a very fair point. I didn't think about that. Okay, here's my snow. Sorry, I just heard Scott in the hallway singing a silly song. I don't know. That it doesn't work. It doesn't look like clouds enough. I thought I'd like it, but it works on cake as like when it has to look like whipped cream. But when it needs to resemble an actual cloud, I don't think it works. But I'm not sure. Do we have anything else that looks like a cloud? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Like, do we have any other item in The Sims that has something cloud resemblance? That would be awesome, Lena, if we could curve things with tool. Yeah. Okay, we have this, which obviously isn't gonna work. We have this, which don't think is gonna work. Okay, not really what I was looking for. Okay, so I don't think any of that's gonna work. So then we're gonna have to think outside of the box. We have this cloud light, by the way, which I just realized. Debug. Yeah, we could sort through debug to see if there's anything. I'm trying to think before I go into debug. Is there any like item? Oh, wait, I have debug and live edit on right now. Let's turn that off because otherwise that category is going to get really overwhelming really quickly. Maybe the fog machine turned on. So the challenge here is that the judges that are going to look at this build are going to look at it in their own game. And they won't know there's a fog machine there. And they probably won't look at it in live mode either. They're going to look at it in build by or like in build mode. So I'm afraid that that would add a really cool effect for when taking screenshots. But that wouldn't necessarily get the right effect for when the judges are going to be looking at it. So these builds are also judged, and every week at the end of or like every week we submit our builds, and then the judges have like 4 or 5 days to judge it, and then they have like a scoring list, and at the end of the challenge there's also going to be a winner. So of course I want to win, because the previous season I ended up being 3rd, which was still a big honor, don't get me wrong. I absolutely loved it, and I had a lot of fun during the season, so I wasn't salty about it at all. But now that I got to participate again, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the idea of winning. We could also kind of like make almost as if it's sitting on the top of a mountain. kind of like a mountain that is so high in the sky that it's like actually multiple times a year. So the season that I participated in earlier was in the beginning of this year, and now they're doing like kind of an in-between season. So it's kind of like a smaller season. You could train tool and make a mountain. I could. That is actually, oh, that just made the build like 7 times bigger, but also that is a really cool idea. We might have to move to a bigger lot though. So apparently this lot is reversed. That's good to know. Okay, I just saved it to my own gallery because we're gonna have to train tool first then. We can try. If it's gonna take too much time, I might not do it. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. But I like the idea enough that I want to try. Also, if you ever want to know more about the Builders games, the best place to follow them is on Instagram. That's where they announce everything. From there, you can also join their Discord. That's where they actually where you can also follow along on everyone's builds every week, where they post all of the challenges for other people to join as well. Because even though you might not be participating, you can still join in on using this shell and building with it if you want. There you can find like a rule book, and there's like a little chat for everyone. It's really nice. And if you ever want to participate, you can just keep an eye out on the Discord and then Instagram, and then like sign up if you want to join. Then we could possibly move that lot with the tree if it's high enough. Oh, that's actually a good point. I think that might have been a bigger lot. That's good thinking. That's very good thinking. We can go to that lot. And then if we just build the mountain high enough. But how are you placing the build after you made the mountain? Oh, that's a really good point, Lena. I did not think about that. Also, Queely, hi, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Happy 10th anniversary to The Sims 4 indeed. We have our colors specifically on green for The Sims today. Because we're committed. Also, I'm not a big fan of how long this is loading. That doesn't feel great. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Divide into 2 so it's considered a room. Ooh, that's actually also a very good idea. I'm going to try and see if it's on a bigger lot, if I can just... Yeah, no, we might have to redo the clouds. Was there an anniversary gift? They haven't announced anything. But to be honest, I haven't seen anything from The Sims. They didn't post on their socials or anything. It's been very quiet today. You'd lose the roof? Yeah, good point. So what I think I might do is I might just put the build on the lot, then do the train tool on like a part of the lot, and then move the build up. We would have to redo the clouds and stuff. Yeah, since it's Labor Day in the US, that might be a very good reason. Although I can imagine that, I mean, specifically on socials, you can pre-schedule things. But I can also imagine that if the pre-scheduled things would have had a backlash, because the Sims community can be quite harsh, you don't want to deal with that on Labor Day. Hi, sweetie. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, either there's nothing coming or there's something big coming. That could be, yeah. To be honest, I don't expect too much of it. Okay, I think my game is actually not doing anything. I think my game is actually frozen. Haven't had this before, that it gets stuck on a loading screen. Let's try if Alt F4 works. Almost Alt F4 to my OBS. Ro, you are such a pro streamer. I can't even Alt F4 right now. That's not good. Would be a shame if they didn't do anything. I understand they would for like 7 or 9 years. Yeah, 10 is a big deal, exactly. So I expect them to do something, or I'd at least expect them to acknowledge it. Alt F4 is the best key combo in The Sims. Well, usually it allows you to like save your game, but I guess that's not happening. I'm glad I saved it to my library now, because I think I actually forgot to save the actual game. You also had it, Sophie? I'm so sorry. That's really frustrating. Okay. Are we... I'm afraid I might have to force quit my game, which isn't great. My reshader's just reloaded because I clicked out of my game. That's the weird thing. It's not like fully frozen. It's doing something. It's just stuck. There we go. I'm just going to restart. It's okay. The Sims usually starts up quite quick on my PC, so we should be good. We should be good. In the meantime, for anyone who hasn't seen it, sweetie, specifically you, because I know you'll enjoy this. Have you seen how sharp I am today? I'm like 4K. Thank you, Lena. Oh my God, you are so smart. What, sweetie? I just bought a new lens. Do you like it? Do you guys like the... I've seen you in Infinite K. That's true. You've seen me in 3D. That's true. But for anyone who didn't see it in the beginning of stream, I'm just making entertainment while the game is starting up. My new lens is actually really good with low light. I just turned off my lights. Look at how cozy it gets. Also, hi, Starship. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Look at how cozy it gets. I don't have any lights. I just have my monitors now. So we can do like extra cozy streams. 3D row is OP. Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It's nice to meet you. But yeah, I'm really glad. I'm really happy with my new lens. I'm really happy with it. I wanted to buy this one for a really long time, but it was out of stock for a really long time. So I can hug 3D row. Yeah, you can 2D hug me in chat, but it's not the same. I'm doing good, Starship. I'm doing good. I'm trying to build something creative in The Sims. Okay, let's go to this lot. Let's hope that my game doesn't freeze again, because we wouldn't want that. Ain't nobody got time for that. For game freezes. And then we're just gonna see if I can make that mountain work. I've made a mountain in The Sims before, so I know I can do it. That was a lot of work though, so I feel like we're gonna have to be smart about it, because it almost has to look like it's the top, like the peak of a mountain, you know? But I can cyberbully you about already having the fractal refine for almost a week at this point. You know what's even worse, sweetie? It is sitting in my living room and I can't open it yet. It was a good mountain. It was a good mountain, yeah. What was the recording thing again? Alt F9. Recording has started. Oh my goodness. Perfect. Yes, sweetie. I know. Why do you have to rub it in? Very rude, actually. Speaking of, by the way, I just realized I messed up something. Hold on. I am gonna quickly fix something. No, this one. There we go. That one should have been on. I don't know why that wasn't on. There we go. Because I can't have row hugs. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see. I'm going to have to place the build first because it's a full build. It looks so silly from the gallery right now. Hee hee, I like it. Okay, and then we're going to have to move it out of the way, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also rotate it, and I'm going to place it as far as I can towards the edge of the lot. Okay, we just lost all of our clouds anyways. Which is, it sucks, but at the same time, I'm going to have to redo those, and I'm glad that we started on a new lot, because that way I can actually quite easily go back to the old one if this doesn't work out. It's because they were furniture. Did I place as unfurnished? Furnished? Was I really that stupid? I think I clicked furnished. You did? Really? Oh, oopsie. No one saw. Just kidding. I was about to tell you. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, I guess that's the downside of when you're streaming, huh? You can never say that you didn't do something because everyone saw. Okay, so peak of the mountain. We're gonna have to like create a little plateau where I can like place the build. Is this too high? Maybe, but we'll see, we'll see. Nope. Nope. Actually, that has to go a little bit higher. And then... Train tooling is always something else. Train tooling is always something else, but I think I can work with this. The reason I just did like the little platforms is because I was thinking we could use that as like part of the staircase. Now I'm gonna have to move the build, which I don't know why it places in... What? Why? That is weird. Also, Alba, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We are currently building, it's a shell challenge. And our challenge is to make a build inspired by lemon meringue pie. So what I'm doing is I'm making a little fairy castle, which is going to be up in the cloud, which is going to be like the representation of how fluffy lemon meringue pie is going to be. And then the inside is going to have like a lot of pastel yellow. And on the outside, it's going to be like overgrown with lemon plants. It's going to be very fairy core. That's kind of the vibe. How the cake dollhouse is turning a cloud castle in the mountains. Yeah, we're just getting creative. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move the house and let's see if it why does it not? Okay, now it... Why? You said cave house? Why does it do that? I think it's because it's on a foundation. That's it. It's because it's on a foundation. I think now it should work. I'm not 100% sure, but we can try. We're just gonna see if this is the solution to all my problems. It doesn't look like it. I will riot at this point. I'll just do it Like that. There we go. I'll move up the foundation again if that's not the problem. Because actually that foundation is quite useful. What? I feel like at this point, I'm not even building. I'm just working around the Sims being broken. Yeah, I think it might be too high. You have a really good point because I can't place anything on top of it and I can't go higher. Okay, so we'll have to lower the mountain a bit. I think that's okay. As long as it gives the illusion of being a peak, I think we're still good. I think we're still good. So we're gonna lower it. Maybe to here. And then let's see if that works. Naturally, I would have to fix the other platforms and stuff as well. So this is not ideal, but no, not move the entire lot. Let's move the house. It's still letting me place it inside. Okay. We have to go even lower. The problem at this point, you know what? I'll just restart. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we can go a little bit higher than that, I guess. No, not move the lot, move the house. It's still not letting me place it on top, though. Is it? Wait. Hold on. Can't you place it? No, because it doesn't let me place it. That's the problem. If I copy the room, that works. It does give it a foundation as well. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, make sure that the house itself is kind of, like, covered. Thank you for the stretchies. Hold on. I'm gonna do a stretch in a second. There we go. Raising the whole half of the lot and then putting... Wait, what? I'm confused. Also, don't you guys worry if I get confused by you trying to explain something in chat. That's not because you're doing something wrong. That's just because it's really hard to convey stuff like this through a chat. Als je zo zachtjes praat, dan versta ik je niet. Ja, dat weet ik. Okay, let's see if I can copy pasta this now. Okay, apparently there was a part... Okay, but at least now we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I'm just kind of basically rebuilding, but... Why Tony Chocolonely so good? Because it is. Tony Chocolonely is perfection. Okay, we're getting somewhere, chat. We're getting somewhere. That's not how that's supposed to be placed. There we go. And then that one. And then I think... Yeah, that's... I think I have the exact shape. I think we should be good. Oh, no, wait. It's actually... Oh, crap. It's not. What? Wait, what? It is, but it isn't. Because an extra part placed here, which is not supposed to be here. How am I... What? Where did that come from? I can't delete it. There we go. Oh my goodness, The Sims, why do you have to be so difficult? But we got there eventually, I think. Okay, let's see how far we can raise this up. I don't think that the train tool being too high was a problem. Oh my god, same Beanie Baby, same. This is exactly how I feel so often with building. The bottom floor where the wall was missing. Yeah, so I wasn't too worried about that, Laura, since I'm gonna have to create a floor plan anyways. So we're allowed to add interior walls, but I can delete that. Okay, but I guess that wasn't the problem. Hi, Robin. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. But now that we fixed or figured out that that wasn't the problem, which I guess is a good thing, I guess from here on, we can just work with what we have. Just delete this weird part of the build and then figure out... I think we'll have to move the lot a little bit. Or actually, maybe it is nice all the way in the back because then we can make a stair that comes down. You're smart. Thank you for the save reminder. My theory is that if the ground is perfectly flat for the entire footprint of the house, it doesn't know what level to build at. That might be the case. What do you? I just sniffed a stroopwafel, apparently. Ik heb gewoon een smiley in mijn gezicht al. Ik heb geen stroopwafel nodig daarvoor. You can even raise it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I can raise the train. I just got stroopwafel from Scott. Show thyself. No, no, no. He's not gonna get your counter up. He was on stream a lot last week because I kept showing him my stroopwafel bakery. Actually, hold on. We're gonna have to get a little bit creative with this. Oh my goodness. Oh, train tool in The Sims sometimes can be so frustrating. It also doesn't help that I'm like the most impatient person in the world, so I don't have the patience to do like proper train tooling 9 out of 10 times, but we're gonna get there eventually. Okay. That gives me like a little bit of a direction to work with. And I missed it. You did. Hate to break it to you, but you did. Yeah. Okay, maybe if we have it like this, then we can actually have the lot move forward a little bit. So it's a little bit more in the middle. Okay, and now... I'm trying to, like, visualize things. So, the top of the mountain is in the clouds. Which actually means that... Hold on. Hello? Hi, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Welcome in. How was your stream? Sorry, I was just eating a stroopwafel. welcome, welcome. What were you up to? I see you were doing some just chatting, so I would love to hear what you were up to because just chatting can mean anything these days. But thank you so much for coming over here. I appreciate it a ton. I would love to hear how your stream was. For anyone who came with the raid, welcome in. It is super nice to meet you. My name is Rosanna or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. On this channel, I do co-working as well as gameplay. When we do gameplay, it is mostly The Sims 4 with a sprinkle of variety. Well, I can speak. I'm from the Netherlands, I have ADHD, I have 2 cats named Toot and Sus, and today we are building a fluffy cloud castle in The Sims because it's supposed to represent a lemon meringue pie. Trust me, once I show you, you'll get the vision. But Fierce Medic, welcome in, and Hawks, welcome in, and let me know, do I say just death? It's deaths or deaths? Let me know how to say your name correctly because I don't want to mess it up. But I do really appreciate you coming over here. And thank you for that shout out as well. If anyone here is looking for a wonderful new friend to follow, please make sure to drop your bum on the follow button of floating above chat right now. Death or death? Okay, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Mostly anime ranting today. About what anime? I don't know too much about anime, I have to be honest. I had a little anime phase way back when. And then I kind of dropped it. But I've been thinking recently that I would love to get back into it, but I just simply don't have any time in my life. And I know that anime can get really time consuming. But thank you so much for bringing your friends over. I genuinely appreciate that a lot. If you need to go raid and run or raid and rest, please make sure to do so. But if you want to hang out here together with everyone you brought, like I said, we're playing The Sims today. And, well, maybe if I show you the vision, it's still hard to see. I'm joining a little building competition in The Sims, and every week we get a new prompt, and this week we had to make this shell challenge look like a build that is inspired by a lemon meringue pie. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to convey the texture and the lightliness of the meringue pie by making a cloud castle, where we'll have a lot of lemon plants growing. We went through the loops. As in, is that a specific anime or like how I know very little. I love asking questions and then I get like really exposed for not knowing anything. There's build challenges. How do I find these? I love The Sims. Oh, there is a lot of build challenges actually. Basically there is different variants of challenges, but if you search for shell challenge, you should find a ton. There's people hosting shell challenges every once in a while. There's also a lot of just shell challenges up on the gallery that you can download. Basically, what it will give you is a bunch of walls, and you have to make something of it. But you can also just Google Sims build challenges, and then there's also like a bunch of build generators that will tell you, like, for instance, you have to build a house in a specific style on a certain budget, like stuff like that. There's a lot of challenges out there. Lots of back and forth and lots of different... Let's go. Okay, I get it. Thank you for explaining. I appreciate it. But I hope you had a lot of fun. It sounds like you had a nice stream. It's always nice when you can talk to your chat about topics that you're passionate about. I genuinely think that's such a nice thing. I'm patiently waiting to do a Rochelle. I'm definitely going to do one in November. I was thinking of doing one earlier, but then the Builders Games came around and things have been a little bit messy. And then I'm going to take like a break for TwitchCon and I'm going to take a break for Aruba in October. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And thank you. I appreciate that follow too. Oh, I just realized the follow alerts actually glitch with my new overlay. I have to fix that. Let me write that down for myself. I shall forget. I'm gonna do a new shell challenge in November for the fundraiser. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I appreciate it. Because you're gonna be on vacay for your birthday in October. Oh, that sounds so lovely. Enjoy. And of course, I love explaining things for The Sims. Anything I can do to help people enjoy Sims. So how's Ro, if I ask on a like deeper level? Ro is in a serious state of mixed feelings. Some things are going very well, some things are not going very well, and it's really frustrating and confusing. I hope that answer satisfies you. Let's see. I want to smoothen this out. But how is Sweetie if I ask on a deeper level? Because you can't just get away with that question and then not get it asked back. Okay, so something we're definitely gonna need now is we're gonna need rocks. And I know that sounds silly if you're gonna make a mountain. It feels obvious that you're gonna need rocks, but we're gonna need rocks, and we're gonna need lots of them. And I actually think that I need to smoothen this out even more. I'm not sure if I want to do the stairs like this yet. I know I made the little platforms for it, but now I'm realizing that I'm not sure if that's going to be the best way, actually. So we'll see, we'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to sell the vision or if I need to do it. Yeah, we need big rocks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go debug, live, edit, and then we're going to go into the big rocks category. The stairs in the cloud. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe I want to do something similar, but like have it kind of meander around. I appreciate the answer and respect the vagueness, yeah. It's also, it's like, there's so many things that even if I didn't want to be vague, it's not that I'm like being vague on purpose even, because the things that I'm struggling with or that are going on in my life, I've been like really open about on stream anyways, but it's just like, I'm struggling to condense it into like a small answer, if that makes any sense. Okay, what if I use that? Because that's actually, I kind of grabbed that by accident, but it is kind of perfect for the side of the mountain. No, crap. I just want to make sure that it's like a teeny bit smaller. A teeny bit smaller, bro. Okay, that actually works really well. Is still adjusting to living with his significant other, is a bit confused by work, and still kind of recovering from infection. Yeah, that's a good summary. I like how you made that very concise. I respect that. I don't think I could have done that. Okay, we're gonna have to get creative here, but okay, I like where this is going, but we definitely need to move the lot a little bit because I need the space to work with on that side a tad more. Is one enough? I think one is perfect, actually. Yes, significant other. Special one. I think maybe it can be both. I think maybe it can be both. I think it depends on the context. Thank you so much for keeping me tabbed. I appreciate that a ton. And enjoy your food. I hope you have some really, really nice after-stream food. Honestly, after-stream food just hits different. And until you've had it one time, you'll never understand. Okay, we need more big rocks. It always feels so silly to just be placing like a ton of big rocks, but at this point that's kind of what we need. But I need to find rocks that kind of match this texture because this texture is a little bit older. Maybe some snow even to signify. Yeah, that's gonna work. That will signify really nicely that it's like high up in the mountain. And I think that blends in very well as well. Welcome back, Esther. Welcome back. Okay, I know I've used this before, but I don't think that matches entirely. Okay, I think that works. I like the snow. I think that really helps sell that this is high up in the sky. And I think it's also going to be a nice blend with the clouds later. I don't like that corner, to be honest. Let's see. I think maybe minus 0.2 or something. No, even lower. No, wait. I need to move it in a little bit. Yeah, that works better. That works better. I like that a lot. And then I think I almost want to just reuse this one. Because I like the way that that curves. It's just... Hold on. It definitely needs to be a lot smaller. Okay, it needs to be even lower. And then I think... No. Maybe even one more. Didn't mean to do that. Because I do like the idea of kind of curving around the... Nope. I keep accidentally clicking things while I still have, like, tool enabled. We can also add some plants, maybe. Let's actually get the train tool involved again. Kind of want to smooth that corner. Okay, so the downside is, but maybe we can work with that because this part is technically straight. Also, Moon Queen, welcome back. Welcome back. The build is going well. We decided to randomly go make a mountain. Also, Becky, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Did you change your username? I see a little change. Like, what if we actually make stairs here? And then we can just add like a bunch of clouds and stuff around it. What just happened there? Hold on. Hi, Matias. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Oh, that doesn't work. Hold on. Hold on. Does it work now? Okay. Just a little walkway up onto Rivendell. I think actually we could make that like the final set of stairs. There we go. We can landscape around that, I think. I think that could work. I think we need to... I think I need to start with the clouds again. I think that's going to bring the vision to life. Although I might just add one more of these over here. So big. Haha, that's what she said. Just saying it before you guys start saying it, you know? Okay, I'm gonna have to lower it down again later, but I feel like I have to figure out. Yeah, that should work. Ooh, that glitches really badly inside. So that means that I have to make it a bit smaller. That's actually perfect for what I wanted to do. I love that. Okay, let's get the cloud light in here because we need that to sell the vision at this point. Quite badly so, if I say so myself. Cloud light. Oh, the cloud light looks so cute if it's not sized up. Okay, we're gonna have to rotate that one. Change axis. And then it's gonna be 180, I think. Yeah, and then we need to just lower it down. Imagine trying to do something like this without tool. That'd be just impossible. No. Didn't mean to do that either. Accidentally moved it up earlier. Also, hi, Phoenix. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Cloud looks like a balloon. It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm starting to think maybe the clouds should be like more around, kind of like floating, instead of what it was earlier where the whole castle was kind of like sitting on the clouds. But I feel like since it's now technically sitting on top of a mountain, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Do you see what I mean? I'm doing good, Phoenix, and Tooth and Suze are also doing good. We are all pretty warm, though. No way, Mick! Oh my goodness, that's pretty cool. I love that for them. Also, hi, it is good to see you. I hope you're doing really good. Really, really good today. That is pretty cool. Hello? There we go. Okay, I also had a cloud over there, which almost makes me believe that this cloud should be a bit more forward. And then nope. We can copy it, and then let's actually make this one a little bit smaller. So this one was 0.4. Let's go for... No. I just realized it wasn't 0.4. It was 10. So this one should be like 8. There we go. And then we could like copy this. And then lower that one down to be there. Elevate like -3, I think. I think even a bit more. think that works. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's been a challenge for sure to make this work. Okay, I know that foundation glitch or clashes a lot, but I think I'm gonna have to get creative with this. So you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. Okay, it doesn't really matter what I place there for now, so let's actually just make it black. The reason being is that I just wanted to make sure that we have, like, the connection over here so that I can now smoothen out the terrain. And I kind of need that everywhere. But it's actually useful that it's so dark because that helps me in seeing where I'm going with this. Does that make sense? I think so. Is there a cloudy ceiling too? I think we have a cloudy ceiling, but that's super blue, which I don't really think fits the color scheme of the cake. So that's my only struggle. I think actually that would look better if it's also on a diagonal. There we go. And then those will all stay flat because there is a tile on there. And then I can kind of like smoothen everything out. There we go. I also like that the side of this castle also has like the stone already, or like the not this castle, sorry, the side of this terrain in this world already has the stone. Of course, Mike. I hope you have some really good sleeps. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, Ashley, for the lurk. Thank you. How do you manage to make diagonal flooring? If you press Control F on your keyboard, you actually get a quarter tile. Or half a tile, sorry. Half a tile from the flooring. It is super useful. It is also featured in my keyboard shortcut video, which actually comes with a free cheat sheet. So if you're ever, like, interested in basically any of the keyboard shortcuts that I do to do anything in The Sims, I have a whole video of it on my YouTube, and it comes with, like, a free... It's basically a picture of a keyboard, and I've written out, like, all of the keyboard shortcuts in color-coded, so you have different shortcuts for gameplay, for building, and just general cheating. And you can just download that picture for free, and then you can have it, like, you can either print it, or you can just have it on your computer sitting on your second monitor when you're playing, if you're not familiar with all of the controls yet. Because... let me tell you, when I started playing, I struggled badly. I didn't know any of the shortcuts. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, no. Not good. Chat, not good. No. I make mistakes. Much better. I wish someone did that for AZERTY keyboards. The only reason that... so I've thought about this, actually. There isn't really good documentation, even from The Sims, for AZERTY keyboards. So a lot of the AZERTY keyboard shortcuts are just unknown. Literally, I don't know them, and I've searched for it, and a lot of the things I had on my list for QWERTY keyboards, I cannot even find for AZERTY, let alone other types of keyboards. Thank you, Esther, for finding the link. Thank you. And thank you, Jojo. That's really kind of you to say. Elevate minus... okay, it can be a lot more than that. Okay, I'm gonna have to use that one. And kind of squish it in between. Oh, that works way better than I anticipated. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect that to work, and then it worked really well. We're gonna have to lower that a lot, but... let's lower it a little bit more. Maybe even a little bit more. If you missize something with tool, can you just hit undo? So technically you can do Control Z. You can't hit undo, but you can do Control Z while you have the tool menu open. My problem is that I very often close the tool menu, then think, oh, I actually want to undo, and then I undo and it accidentally undoes something else. So I would recommend just resizing. Thank you for the stretch. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that was a good stretch. I needed that. But it's definitely one of those things that just it is a personal preference whether you prefer to like do Control Z and then retry, or whether you prefer to like resize it with tool. I like this, but I think I would like it more if it was actually hugging the castle. And for some reason that came up. Let's do -1 to begin with. And then I don't like this part. So I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, I guess. I don't remember what I made it. Okay, no, not that. Not that either. Okay, I don't necessarily like this part. This is the only part that I don't like, but I think we might be able to fill that up with plants, or... Oh, I just realized. Okay, that's clipping. That's not good. Okay, almost no clipping. No clipping. Does that still look good on the outside? I can live with that. I'd prefer it to be hidden inside that part then. Okay, that creates a really narrow area over here, which I'm not the biggest fan of. That's a little bit better. It's a sparkling banana. Wait, I found a drink in a can. The can looks like a minion, so I bought it, even though the drink itself sounded pretty sus, because it's sparkling banana. Also, Elsa, hi, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Sparkling banana. That is questionable. I mean, I feel like we're all kind of on the same page with the banana part is fine. But the sparkling part is a little bit weird. I'm trying to, like, make that not the only spike. But hiding the sand is a little hard here. That's frustrating. Because at this point, I'm adding rocks to hide other rocks. Thank you for the uptime reminder. I appreciate it. Oh, crap. That's also clipping. And that is also clipping. Okay, okay, okay. I think for now, it's so hard at this point to see the total vision of the build. I think we're getting there, but it's just... Are you excited to travel to TwitchCon? I am, yes. Very much. Very excited to see everyone again, to see my friends. Because there's a lot of US-based friends that I haven't seen in a long time. In like a year or never. Like there's quite some friends I've never met before, IRL. So it's gonna be really, really nice to see them. Let's actually make this one 12. Like, what if we make that one just bigger? I feel like I need more clouds. I'm not sure if I'm feeling the whole mountain. I know we've just worked on it like forever. But I'm not sure if it's selling the vision, you know? I'm just quickly gonna go back to the other one and like see what that looked like. Because I think maybe I just need to see which one works better. Also, this was the old one. I just realized I need to place the one for my gallery. Or for my library. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I like this one better. I think adding the rocks like underneath... I know we just spent like 7 million years building a mountain. But this is a creative process. So I think this sells the cloud vibes better. The other one is very mountain, but not very cloud. And we can still have it like that there's a bit of rock underneath. But then it's like truly the top of the mountain. Because I'm afraid with the other one, it's going to look more like a castle on a mountain than a castle in the sky. This also gives more of a cake feel, yeah. That's kind of what I've been thinking. And the whole purpose is that the cloud is representing like the fluffy meringue. Hi, Lucira. Welcome in. It's good to see you. So I'm afraid that if I take that away, it's not going to work. And I need it to sell like it needs to sell Dream Castle. How about doing an actual floating castle with roots coming from it? What do you mean with roots coming from it? Hi, Lauren. Hello, hello. it is good to see you today. The castle going as well. We literally just spent ages making a mountain over there. Mountain. But then I realized it was giving too much mountain and not enough clouds, so now we're moving back to this one. Because the thing is, I can't really build anything in The Sims without a foundation. So I would have to fake it by basically, we would have to redo all of this, which at this point is dangerous because I've wasted a whole stream. Well, not wasted. It's part of the creative process, but like at this point, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish the build in time if I completely switch things around, which is what I would have to do. I think. Hold on. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to try one thing, and if that doesn't work, it doesn't work. Because we would get rid of the rocks. Wait. I just need that to be as small as possible. Which dessert? I picked lemon meringue. Then we're gonna have to move the entire build. Okay, we're still gonna lose the clouds. I'm just realizing we're still gonna lose the clouds. There's no way that I can move those with the build. Because I can pick up the build. For some reason, I can't place the build on there. I was hoping I would be able to place it, like, on top of this little pole, but even with toggling it... toggling what? Ooh, I just noticed this thing. We have to hide that. That is very true, Evie. You are so right. Maybe by first putting a platform, toggling... I don't know what you mean with toggling the clouds. I'm sorry. It's not making sense. Oh my god, Ro, just speed it up. There we go. We're gonna have to use that inside for sure to kind of hide that part. It's a little... Okay, wait. What if I go from here and then I do... And I can, like, get it perfectly to the top. No. That sticks out just enough that you don't really see it. If you can move the house and the clouds are left behind, you can toggle them and move them all at once. Yeah, but the thing is, I can't move the house. A platform on the pillar? I don't think so. I can try, but I don't think it's gonna... I don't think that will help. We're having the same issue as I did with the... we might... If we did this on a bigger lot, we might be able to do it, but... House may not overlap existing one. For some reason, it doesn't allow me to place here. Even though I've done things like this in the past, where it does place. Yeah, moving houses is really annoying. There's not enough space. No, even with enough space, it's like, the thing is, it doesn't even move up. Because of the foundation. I don't think it's because of the foundation. Because if you move a room up to the second floor, it automatically removes the foundation. The only way that we can try this is if we go to an empty lot. And I, like, get the shell that has nothing on it. And see if we can move it up. But then still, I think that's impossible, but we can try. I mean, if we can move the shell. No, let's just try with the shell. Because then there's no, like, extra things anywhere, and then we can immediately see if we can even do that. The shell looks so adorable and small. That is actually really funny. Okay, let's remove the foundation so that it's, like, flat on the floor for sure. We could, even if we're starting over then we can even move it floor by floor to see if that helps. Hold on. Something I'm gonna have to do is make sure that that's one. What? Sims, you are so broken. It is actually ridiculous. Okay, let's make sure that that covers, like, the whole build. So I can place that on there. So I can place that on there. For some reason, I can't go up a floor. What is the reason for that? Oh, I was already on the top floor. Okay. So now we have the original shell, which is floating. Okay, so this potentially works. Of course, Lily. Of course. Thank you so much for hanging out. Like, this potentially works. Like, now we have the shell that is floating. And we could, like, have clouds surrounding it. Then we don't even need rocks. It would just be floating. Okay, so if we are on a bigger lot, technically that works. Let's try it with the actual shell. I just saved the final version of this. So, thank you, Esther. I'm aware. Thank you. This is going to be, like, my final attempt. And then if it works, I'm going to see if I can maybe, like, take 30 minutes tomorrow to kind of, like, fix this off stream. Because I think the only thing is we need to get it up in the air. And then I just need to redo what I've already done. Okay, so we need to get, like, a really big room. I sent a picture in Discord. Yeah, that would be... I mean, we could make that, but I don't think that really fits the style of the build. Like, it's really cool for a fantasy build, but that, I feel like, is going to take away all the cake vibes. So, like, I know how we would do it, but also the roots in The Sims would be brown. So I think it's really cool. Like, I love the idea, but not necessarily for this build, but I'd love to do something like that in a future build, I think. Okay, I'm already sad that we're gonna have to redo the roof and stuff. Okay, some of the clouds are just coming along, I guess, for the ride. I just realized I want to do that. Oh, then that cloud moves with it. Okay. The game is genuinely really confused, I guess. But I mean, I'll take it. Also, I don't have to fix the foundation row. That's not like the important thing right now. Stay focused on what is important. Okay, I accidentally placed an extra wall, which we didn't need. Okay. Apparently that came with as well. Sure, I'll just have to remove that. So, no, let me actually fix the other roofs first because they give me some direction on what I should be doing. There we go. I was like really confused what was going on with the roof, but I forgot to rotate it. So that explains. I feel like this one also needs to move one forward. The lighting here is so bright. Hold on. Still bright, but a little bit better. Can that go like that? Or actually, no, it's supposed to go all the way to the back. Yeah. But now we have a floating castle, which is definitely something. I think from here we could even make it more floating. Okay. Then I just need to delete everything here. Sorry. Hello! Hi, Simmery. Welcome in. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, thank you. Hi, it is good to see you. Hold on, I need to sip. How was your stream, love? I hope you had a really good stream. It is so good to see you. I do want to be completely upfront. I was not super close to also, or not super far, sorry, not super far from also wrapping up my stream. However, I was just in the middle of a very complicated trying to create a floating castle situation. So I'd love to take you guys on like that little bit of stream. But if we then raid out, feel free to make that a little double raid and like also copy and paste the raid message from Simmery. Because I don't want to like get you here for 5 minutes and then be like, okay, bye. But welcome in, everyone. How was your stream? What were you up to today? I hope you had a really nice stream. Were you building? Were you casting? Were you gameplaying? Thank you so much for that shout out as well. If anyone here doesn't know Simmery yet, please make sure to go drop your bum on the follow button right now. Simmery is super lovely, fellow Dutchie, plays a lot of Sims, is a really good builder, and also just altogether really good vibes. So please make sure to go over there. Thank you for all the follows. I appreciate that. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. I use she, her pronouns. On this channel, we do gameplay as well as The Sims. No, not gameplay as well as The Sims. That's not the correct sentence, Ro. Gameplay as well as co-working streams. When we do gameplay, it is mostly The Sims 4 with a sprinkle of variety. I'm from the Netherlands. I have ADHD. I have 2 cats named Toot and Sus. And today we are trying to build... Well, the build has gone many places today. But let's just say we have a shell challenge and we need to take lemon meringue pie as our inspiration for the shell. And it has taken many shapes and forms over today's stream, but I think we're settling on something that works, and I'd love to show you in a second. Started your first official fall build. I mean, fair with the weather like this. 29 degrees. Sounds like a solid fall day. But I'm glad to hear that stream was great. Thank you so much for bringing your friends over. I really, really do appreciate it. Like I said, let me show you what we've been up to. Pumpkins all around. Yeah, it's perfect. Also, we always say here that self-care is very sexy. So if you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, practice some after stream care, please make sure to do so. That goes for anyone who came along with the raid. But thank you so much for coming over. I do appreciate that a ton. So this is a show we have to work with. It's on a really awkwardly big lot right now. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Thank you. Because I needed to move things around. So it's a bit weird, but I can show you like previous versions. Over there, you have a previous version where it's like actually floating on clouds. Can I show you that? Hold on. Yeah, so that one is like it's floating on clouds. That's kind of the vision we were going for. But then someone in chat, Nymphilera, said, what if the build is actually floating? And then naturally, I got carried away with that. So we had to see if that could work. And then over there, you can see a version where at first we were trying to build it on a mountaintop. And we were seeing like if that could work. But that turned out to look too much like a mountain and not enough like a castle in the clouds. Because my vision for this build is if you think about a lemon meringue pie, it's often like the things that come to mind, like the textures are very like fluffy and soft and airy. So I was thinking, what if we make this dollhouse shell into like a little castle? And the idea is that the castle is going to be covered, or not necessarily covered, but it's going to have like a very much a spring vibe. So for anyone who's read Akotar, we kind of compared it to Akotar Spring Court, but then floating castle in the sky. And then there's going to be like a lot of vines with lemons growing on it. And then the interior is going to have like a very nice pastel yellow kind of vibe to it. But then the meringue and the fluffiness is like expressed through it being a floating build. That's the vision. I know right now it's not entirely there because I've shuffled around a lot during this stream, but I think we're slowly getting somewhere. And I just noticed a detail that I think I can hide with a chimney. You know, just a little detail, just one of those I'm getting distracted because I have an ADHD brain situation. But yeah. Just like a little chimney. The cloud is coming out of the chimney. It's perfect. This has made me want to build a sky castle too. Go for it. Okay, I'm going to see what happens if we save this lot. Okay, it does like float, so that's good. Let's save a new one. And then let's see if I can place it on a smaller lot. Let's go to my OG lot because I think that's still the best one. And then if that works, if I'm like over here and I'm like, yes, this is it. This is the place we're gonna actually build this. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna spend like 15 minutes tomorrow to actually like kind of replace all of the clouds. I'll record it for you, Lena, so that you can include it in the recording. But I think if I'm doing it off stream and I don't have to like narrate what I'm doing, I'm probably gonna be quite quick about it. I'm just gonna have to see if we replace it, if the castle will still be floating. I know it's too big, so we're gonna have to, let's say, furnished. And then that's the round part of the build, so the build will have to go like this. I'm gonna see if it stays floating. I'm a little bit scared that it did! Perfect! Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna place it all the way to the back of the lot. Because if we're going to do any decorations, it's mostly going to be in the front. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Because it's a dollhouse build. So, oh, this is going to be so good. Like, imagine having like a ton of clouds kind of at the bottom as well. Can we, just out of curiosity, can we raise it up even more? We can go so high. What is that about? We have a limit of 4 floors, but I'm allowed... What? Just for the sake of screenshots, at the end, once the build is done, I might just for YOLOs like do a version where it's like actually in the clouds. But I don't think I want to be building here because that's going to be really annoying. Okay, but I'll lower it down a little bit more. But still, if it's like, even if it's this high up, that'd be so nice for good screenshots. The Sims is really weird. You cannot go higher than 4 floors unless you have a floating castle. Then you can quite literally go into the sky. That is so funny, though. Sims, I love you. I hate you, but I love you. Like, we have a weird relationship, me and the Sims. I feel like this is a proper thing to find out on the Sims 4 10th birthday. Are we doing up now? It almost looks like it. Yeah, it almost looks like we're doing a castle from up or like a build from up. It's giving, yeah, but in the cloud with clouds instead of balloons. I think it's gonna help if we also have clouds at the bottom, because then it's no longer just floating in nothing. But I'll work on that a little bit, probably off stream, to make sure that on the next stream we actually have time to work on all the details, because I think we're gonna have a lot of things to do. Hi Holly, welcome in. It is good to see you. I hope you're doing so well. Welcome, welcome. With that, I think it is time for me to go raid out because I still have to clean my kitchen before I go to sleep, and it's already 10:30. So I think I'm going to have to find someone who is also doing some fun gaming, and then I'm going to take you guys there. Let's see. I need to go here. Oh my god, it's kind of giving Studio Ghibli Castle. You are so right. Yeah, not cleaning. Well, not really cleaning the kitchen, but like I need to put the dishes away because Scott actually very kindly so made dinner today because I, before stream, was really overwhelmed because of all of my internet issues today and everything, and I was really in a pissy mood. So, like, I asked him, and he was like, "No, sure, I'll make dinner." So now I have to clean the kitchen. Howl's moving castle. This is gonna be like Howl's floating castle. But let me see where I can take you today. Because there's lots of cozy people on, and now I have to decide where I want to go. So, I'm wondering... Also, I just realized, was it Alt-9? Yay, my recording has been saved. I'm just quickly gonna check. No, she is no longer sitting. I was thinking if she was still sitting there, then we could go. But okay, let's see. Oh, it's so hard. Because I have a curse. I'll tell you guys about my curse. Every single time I pick someone that we can raid, that person is about to go offline. Like it's a curse. But I think there's one person. Wait, how long have they been going? It looks like they haven't been going for super long. We're gonna raid someone we have never raided before. It looks like they will be going for a little while. So I'd love it if you come with me on this raid. Raiding is always a really fun way of getting introduced to new creators, just making friends. No, Esther. Actually, I love their content, though. But no, that's not the person. Nice guess. No, I don't think you guys are going to guess who we're going to raid today. Because it's a little bit of an out there raid. But it's someone that I've been dying to meet. And I hope that we almost met. We almost met at TwitchCon EU. And then chaos happened and we didn't meet. So I'd love to meet them one day. But if you're going to come with, please feel free to copy and paste one of the raid messages. If you're hanging out here and you are not following me on any of my other socials, my link was also just posted in chat to my website. My website holds all of my information. And then if you want to join our Discord, feel free to do so. I think the link was just posted in chat earlier, but if you can't find it, feel free to do !Discord again. It is a place where I post my streaming schedule. It is a place where we hang out with the community outside of stream hours, and we would more than love to have you there. I have like a Discord set up in a way that we have a bunch of selectable roles so that you don't get overwhelmed and you only see the things that are relevant for you and your Discord experience. So feel free to join. Oh, I love that the command's on a cooldown. Can I do it? The command's even on a cooldown for me. Wow. Wow. Apparently the cooldown goes for everyone. That's rude, bot. Okay. Okay. But thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys a ton. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your time zone. And then I'm going to set up that raid. For anyone who hasn't heard of AIMSy yet. It looks like they might have like a follower only chat on, by the way. So in case you want to come along on the raid message, you might have to follow. It doesn't look like they have a sub only chat. It's just a follow only chat. But I love AIMSy. I think AIMSy is wonderful. AIMSy is great. Has really good energy. Is just one of the most inclusive people I have ever met. Is a really big inspiration for myself and a lot of other content creators. So if you want to get introduced to them, they're pretty darn cool. They also play a lot of Minecraft, and I think they are gonna play Sims at one point soon as well. I think I saw something about that. They talked about it online. So thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your time zone wherever you are in the world. Thank you all so much for hanging out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for co-working, hopefully. If my internet doesn't work again, tomorrow for co-working and Wednesday for more Sims. Bye!